that face?
The stream audio was on. I'm so sorry. Try again.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to this professional D&D stream. I'm, of course, your Dungeon Master, and this is my party. We are all here and are all in good quality without stuttering so far this week, which is good. Let's hope that continues, but who knows with the whims of British internet. So, before we get started, does anyone have any announcements, any shout-outs, anything they want to say? Just any odd comments on life itself?
Drink plenty of water. Make sure you eat fruit regularly.
Especially after you've drunk 10 pints of Guinness.
This is a call-out post for our DM. He named a town in this very campaign after the Xanathar's goldfish. Just feel like that should be put out there on public record as well as on my Twitter. Drag him. Get him. That's me.
Unintentional.
No, otherwise Bike Club's back this week.
Yeah, if you enjoy things DM'd by people who don't steal from D&D, from Wizards, and instead just run Wizards Adventures, you can watch Bike Club this Wednesday. Curse of Strahd.
And if you enjoy people who DM and steal things from history, that's me. Look at that transition.
Oh,
that segue.
Fucking sweet.
Finally, we're sounding semi-professional.
Then join me on the 29th of June in Edinburgh in the Southbridge Vaults for some ghostly stuff from midnight till 4 o'clock in the morning, because that's exactly the time you want to be in haunted vaults for. Here's the link.
Yeah, and if you go to that, please put pictures of it and everything up on Twitter so that we can see. Yeah. Anything else? No?
I've got one.
What?
That the person hasn't mentioned. If you want to see someone who DMs and steals some mythology, our very good Christian boy, Ronan, Stevie.
That's right. That is a thing that's happening again this week.
He does that.
Yeah. Old Guard will be back on Thursday after an absence. I need just to clear my head a little bit from DMing.
And what time is that happening on Thursday?
It's going to be Thursday, 8 p.m. GMT over on twitch.tv/YoungJinxie. I don't care for British summertime. I wanted to do it already.
But that will be BST. There'll be GMT +1.
On that note, fuck the sun. Anyway, go ahead.
And of course, as always, please buy A Hat in Time, made by, well, in part, our resident rogue here, who's probably not to my left on screen, but
directly below you.
Directly below me. Okay. So yeah, please go buy A Hat in Time. It's out now, and that's it. I think Jamie's really cool. He's here too.
See for how long?
Yeah, he's a bit hungover.
I am not.
He just looks like that.
Okay, let's get this cat fight out of the way so we can actually start the game.
Oh my god, that face.
Shall we? Yeah. All right, cool. So, let's get some music going up in here. Because last time, you all found yourselves... you watched as the final ritual was seemingly completed across the bay in the moonlit tower. And as you made your way across this lake very quickly, as quick as you could, you arrived there to find a small contingent of the cultists had been left behind after a boat seemed to take the rest of them off, including the Naga Silpharas, who wanted to take revenge on the person who killed him last time. Unfortunately, that revenge was not met, as he met another unfortunate end, this time at the hands of Tristan. Was it Tristan? No, Ronan. I apologize. Ronan. And you set about saving most of the monks that had been entrapped within bubbles of glass inside the tower itself. And after transporting them safely across the water back to Dalneln itself, you manage to talk your way past the guards at the docks and into a doctor's office, which was manned by one Dr. McGlinnell, who was apparently a childhood friend of Tristan's dear friend, Fia. Well, not childhood friend. Well, in Fia's childhood, not Dr. McGlinnell's childhood. And meanwhile, as this was happening, Tilly was trying to figure out how to sink a boat. And that is where we will begin today's session.
Should be good.
I have some ideas.
Okay, so
Is there like a galley or anything on this boat where I might find like alcohol that would be flammable?
sure, yeah, I'll say so.
So, given that I want to like reduce the amount of collateral damage from any fire, would I be able to like pry up a floorboard from the bottom deck so that I can like get access to the actual bottom of the boat,
Okay.
and then like soak a bunch of rope and shit in alcohol, and then basically just like set that on fire and drop it down?
So you want to turn the entire boat into a giant Molotov cocktail?
Kind of. I just want to burn out like the bottom of it.
All right. Make a general intelligence check for me then, please.
Tilly is very smart, is the thing. But you know, my dice don't always do the thing that I like them to do. So 10.
Okay. You've got enough arson in your time to be able to figure out how to get this in the correct position. Or at least you think you've done arson. You can't quite remember. You're probably drunk at the time. So you go into the kitchen and you find there's actually some cooking alcohol in there, the sorts that you'd use to put in stews and such in order to, or in water to, when you boil it, to burn out all of the nasty bacteria.
Impurities.
Yeah. Using that, you soak some of the rope that's on the decking, and very quickly there is a controlled burn happening in the bottom of this boat. It seems to be doing okay right now. It's the floor below it has caught and is on fire currently, but this rope is producing a lot of smoke.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna cut the rigging on my way out. Just to get...
Okay, it's gonna cut all the sails off.
There's a chance like this fire doesn't do the job I want it to do, so may as well.
Okay, all right. And I would like you to make a stealth check then to try and get out.
Very stealthy. You know, sometimes my dice don't do the things that I want them to do. 10 again.
Okay. 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 So, as you clamber up onto the outside of the boat, you cut the rigging as quick as you can, and then jump off into the water again, swimming back to shore. You see now, as you turn back, there is this pillar of smoke which is beginning to rise out of the hatch in the boat, and you see a couple of guards. One of them stops and seems to turn to you for a moment, but then looks over to the boat and is like, you see his arms are out and he almost drops his spear. He just panics and starts running towards the boat. You seem to have gotten away from it because of your small distraction here.
That's good. I'm gonna leave this area.
Okay. And as you get onto the shoreline, you realize that, one, it's almost dark at this point. The sun is almost set. And secondly, you can't see the rest of your party.
Oh no, they're long gone. I assumed as such.
The magpie is with Tilly.
The magpie is
the
with
last time.
That's true.
Yes.
If it didn't die of smoke inhalation, if it's one
Yeah.
No, it
point.
would have just circled.
It doesn't
well
breathe.
away from that madness.
It's not
That's true.
technically real. It doesn't breathe. So,
I'm gonna stick to rooftops again and like balconies. That seems to work well for me here.
okay. Make an athletics check then. Try and climb up on top of them.
That is a 12 on the dice plus 8, so 20.
Okay, so you clamber up on top of the rooftops. Excuse me. Oh, tea went down the wrong way. I'm good. Sorry about that. So you clamber up on top of the rooftops here and begin making your way. Which direction are you going in the city? Are you going towards Midreach Square, or are you going towards Valen's Corner?
I have no idea where anyone is, so the inn that we were staying in, whichever direction that is. I don't want to go to it. I want to like take a look.
Okay, that's a mid-reach square. So you start heading towards the center of the city across rooftops. Meanwhile, the rest of you are dressed as doctors' orderlies. In the some of you underneath are wearing the clothes of dead people, but you have made your way out of the back entrance of the doctor's office, and you are now in Valen's Corner, the sort of more slummy parts of the town, which some of you know are very much controlled by the Grin. The last time you were here, you were arrested in the Dim Hollow Trading Company. Around you now, the streets are busy. It seems as if people are a bit panicked. There's a certain sense of panic to the area now, in a very European way, to put a pointer on it. Everyone is panicking in such that they are getting on very aggressively with everything they have to do in a day. Towards the end of this day, you see the decorations are being put up for the festival, and they are being put up very precisely in a very correct manner. People are running around fetching baked goods, which by all rights the stove should be and the oven should be turned off by this time of night, but people are in this frenzy of making things. The festival at this point is only 3 days away, and so they are getting ready for it now. And even in Valen's Corner, you see there is this air of excitement for this festival that comes around now. The various doors and fronts of houses being painted the colors of the midday sun, which others are painted in this deep blue of the night sky, with stars painted across them all. Some seem to hang these small charms out front that show a small moon that are out of a stone or pewter, copper, or nickel. Very cheap metals. And it's just this air of busyness around you all right now. And as a result, no one is paying you much attention, but every now and again you're getting shoved out the way. So what are you doing? Where are you going?
Well, you two, and I tend to look at Tristan and Amari. Where can we go lay low?
Well, I don't think going back to the inn's the best idea. I have someone here. You might have heard the doctor mention. We could always go to her. She will let us in, but I feel like I'd get a lecture out of it.
Remember rightly, Fia doesn't live in Valen's Corner anymore. She managed to get out.
But even so, yeah, that's always a possibility.
Are you comfortable, though, with bringing this down upon her?
Not particularly, but I mean, as we were rushing through there, she was the only... the doctor needed to get us some information. She was the only sort of link, so she's going to be involved when he talks to her anyway, so at least we can do is at least prepare her.
Right.
Unless anyone has any other suggestions.
Don't bring her into this.
I'm trying not to.
Don't. I used to work at a place called the Bard's Trousers. It's where I was about to go, and
no, sorry, please explain.
When you can't trust the people at the top, and the people in the middle have no idea what's happening. And that's the people in the shadows who, while not necessarily trustworthy, might know something and might have known for a little longer. I thought going to the wine place, maybe I could get an old contact of mine. I didn't get that far before they got me. The guards, the Bannermaster. but it's around the corner. And the more this goes on, the more I think maybe they're the only fucking trustworthy organization in this place.
It's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
At least they would know what's up. Don't know if they would tell me or us.
I mean, if there's one organization, one group that can help us get around the town, help us get in and out without being spotted, it's them.
Follow me. And
Thing is, though, just before we go, do we want to owe them anything?
That's what I've been saying.
Hmm.
What about the woman you met the other night? The former member.
How do you know it was a woman?
I'm very good at what I do.
The fucking old guy. I knew it. I knew it.
Also, just as a point of clarity, she wasn't the former member.
Oh, right.
No. Yeah. But
Namari is the former member.
Hi.
Right.
I knew you were. I thought it was either one of theirs or.
I was wondering why you weren't leaving, but then I realised halfway through that it was probably because you were suspicious of me, but...
Fuck, you were just sitting there. Nobody just sits there. Anyway. They organize themselves like a court, almost. They style themselves as dukes and earls and whatever. She was one of the dukes. She was one of the higher ups. I don't know who she was. I've never met the duke before. I was at the very, very bottom. I used to work there. I used to get information out of clients for them. That's all I can really tell you. But if Sashir's still there, maybe he knows something.
Sophia.
Saphir.
Well, it's as good a plan as any.
We haven't got that many options right now.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you gotta do something a bit shitty for the greater good. If we end up owing them a favour, so be it.
Tristan.
Yep.
They might already know about us. I mean, we haven't exactly been low profile over the last 2 days, but if you want to protect Thea, maybe it's better they don't know who you are.
I was thinking that. But sometimes illusions, not only do they wear off, but they can be seen through. So I'd probably feel more comfortable getting into a disguise if we have a few minutes somewhere.
We can make time for that. Right?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Where's Tilly?
Big questions.
Tilly, right now you are looking over Midreach Square.
I'll stay there for a little while, but if they don't turn up, what I will do is look for an empty house, break in, lock the doors from the inside, and sleep there.
Okay.
Adds B&E to the list of Tilly's crimes.
Oh, it's already on there.
Tilly's turned into Goldilocks. Break in, eat the food, sleep in the beds.
Get eaten by a bear.
How do you think I afforded staying in so many different towns?
You didn't afford it.
Exactly.
All right. So, what are you guys doing then as Tilly goes to break into a place? We'll get back to that.
Well, you're not just going to let me do that one?
No.
Yeah, I'd like to slip into my disguise.
Your usual?
No, let's vary it up. It's more closer to my age and physicality, but it's just it's different enough. Just less ostentatious. I know.
Okay.
But yeah, just more of a general adventurer.
All right. Okay. And then, are you guys making your way to the Bard's Trousers?
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you make your way through the busy streets, occasionally you're bumped into, you walk past someone and you smell that fresh bread basket that seems to be a bit early, but I'm not going to question it in the current circumstances. People are running around. You see a few children are painting the front of a house right now, and they've mixed all the colors to the point where it's just brown, and the parent is desperately trying to get them to stop, but seems to be in vain because there's more kids than there are adults, and they have the number advantage. But as you make your way around, eventually you come to the Bard's Trousers. A dingy wooden shack. It's jammed between two other houses, and you can see here that this was evidently made after the two houses because it looks like it has literally been pasted between the two of them. There are boards which cross over onto the houses next to them, and they are hammered in place to keep the Bard's Trousers standing. And there's a small sign out front of the colors are mostly faded on it, but you can see there is a pair of very cartoonly drawn legs with what look to be a pair of trousers around their ankles, and love heart dotted underwear is shown. And there's a small saloon door that leads onto the inside of this, and you can hear quiet conversation coming from within.
As I walk in, I turn around to the others and say, "Don't make any jokes. We've heard them all before." And I walk in.
Okay. So as you all walk in, that thin layer of smoke that constantly clings to the air reminds you once again of not a few months ago at this point, Namari. And there's exactly the same grisly-faced patrons that sit nursing crude mugs of watery-looking ale. And as they come in, they all turn and stare at you for a moment, and then turn back to their drinks. And you see that the barkeep, one Adden, no last name, just Adden, is there. The very portly gentleman wearing a t-shirt, like a shirt which would on most people be a very puffy white t-shirt, but on him it's about 3 sizes too small and shows off every single facet and curve of his body, which is about 275 pounds of it, and he's only about 5'8". And it's also really not white. But as he comes in, as you come in, he sees you. Oh, look who's come back.
I've missed your dulcet tones, Adam.
I always was the best singer in Valen's Corner.
You were. Heard it many times.
Aye. What do you want?
Just rekindling old friendships.
Want a beer?
Please.
Looks at the rest of you all.
The good glasses. Please. They're good people.
I'll take one.
We don't have any good glasses.
Come on.
He leans in close. We don't have any good glasses.
What happened to the good glasses?
This gives you this look of just stop talking about stuff like that right now.
Fine.
And he reaches under, pulls out the same crude wooden mugs that have been whittled into cups, and pours from this big wooden jug, pours ale into these mugs and hands them to you.
What was with the question mark there? I'd like to inspect my ale before I drink it.
It's It's a very light ale. It's got a froth to it, but it's more like pond scum than beer froth. And it's got bits in it.
I put mine down. I look at Namari. That's an actual crime.
I shrug and I drink
It's still as horrible.
half of it in one go, and then go, home sweet home.
Well, I'm just going to stand there.
You don't want me to say it, really? Does Adam know what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. It's been a shitty day, but I'll bear it with a grin.
Well, I might have some good cups in the back. Come and help me have a look. They'll need all of you. And he opens the gate on the bar.
I finish the beer and follow.
I didn't touch mine and follow.
Okay, so he leads you back through the galley, which the kitchen, which is not pleasant. And as you make your way through it to the other end, and he leads you into the storeroom, there's this big heavy metal door in this metal lined, like sort of like a ye olde fridge store. And he takes these large barrels that are sat over one of the sat over on one side next to this tall number of shelves, which has cured meats and flour and such on them. He starts shifting the barrels out of the way to reveal a trapdoor underneath, which he flips open and stands next to it, facing the wall. After you, milady.
I'm still hesitant, but I go down.
So, as you go downstairs, you're led. At first, it is this rickety set of wooden stairs, like the inside of a haunted house. But as you get further down, the stairs turn to stone. And you can hear, next to your ears, the sound of rushing water. But there is stone walls either side. And eventually, you come to a small foyer of stone that is incredibly old slabs, and tall pillars surround this small room that you're in right now. And there is, at the other end of it, is a very new, in comparison to everything else around here, looking door. It has, on one of the sides of the door, it has a slit that is currently closed.
What kind of stone is it? Do I know?
You do, because you're a dwarf.
Yeah.
This is granite. It's very old. You can see that it has been here for a long time. It's got that sort of thin layer of green to it that manufactured stone gets if left for a long time. It's sort of very uneven as well. It's shifted over time as the earth around it has moved. And this isn't an underground structure. This looks like this was originally above ground, but over time has found itself underground.
Wait, you said there's a door there as well, just not.
There is a door, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The large double door with the slide in it, that you can open. But obviously you can't open it from this side.
Yeah.
That would be a bad design.
I knock.
You see that the slat opens. The slat closes. And the door opens slightly. And a figure slips out. You see the bald head, very tall, a very long face, pointed, a very pointed chin, pointed nose. What are you doing here?
We need help.
You need help.
Yeah. You know what's going on. You must know what's going on. Maybe you know personally, but they know what's going on, and you know.
You're wanting to speak to Zephyr.
Yeah.
One moment. He slides through the door once again, shuts it behind him. And this very long moment passes before the door opens once again, and the figure stands there. He swings it wide open, swings the other door open. Zephyr will see you now. And as you're led in, you find that the bar upstairs, as dingy as it is simply a front. The interior here is much, much grander. You see there is 2 floors here. The first, the same stone floor, however, it has been cleaned. The stones have been replaced. It looks far nicer. There is a bar set up on one side, an L shape, behind which stands a very practiced-looking individual. He's wearing a suit with a waistcoat and jacket over the top. His hair is slicked over to one side, and he is currently cleaning a wine glass. And you see behind there are 3 different small casks and a series of shelves upon which are wines, spirits. There is a decanter of what looks to be whiskey there. And down here, the smell of smoke is still prevalent as it was upstairs, but it's this much sweeter, more herbal smell to it. This almost a sort of spiced smoke to it, the sort that you would, in the real world, associate with places like hookah bars and such. There are a number of tables around here which contain multiple different people dressed very differently. Some are in the traditional roguish gown of the black cloak. Others what appear to be low-ranking noblemen and women, and they are wearing various levels of finery. And at the back, there is, on a small stage, there is a drow, a very dark blue-skinned elf who is currently singing this harmonious song that echoes about these old ruins, this room here, and it's very sonorous. It's quite operatic in many ways. And in one corner, you see there the person, Namari, that you had come here to meet. In a booth, with red velvet, the red velvet cushions of this booth, sits a very, very thin, almost emaciated-looking gentleman. His features on his face are quite small, and he wears like a pointed hat, almost like a Robin Hood's hat with 2 feathers coming out of it. A white puffy shirt over which is a waistcoat, a burgundy waistcoat. And he sits there, and he looks over to you as you come in, and you see in his hand he has his trademark long, thin pipe. It isn't bulbous at the end, but there is a small hole in the top where the smoke comes out. And he just points to you all very lackadaisically, just drags a finger towards himself.
Is there anyone else in the bar I would recognize? Any former colleagues of mine that, and see how they react to me?
There are various former colleagues. None of them seem to react to you. You see cursory glances, but nothing particularly hostile, as it were.
I walk over to Zephyr.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Sort of taking in the sights and following Namari's lead.
Yeah, I'm following it behind Namari, but I'm doing like the whole like crossed arms, pushing out my biceps a little bit, making my,
Yep.
the frat boy arm cross.
Yeah. Okay. So as you make your way up, you see Zafir looks across you all, reaches up a hand, clicks his fingers, and very quickly a number of porters come and 4 chairs are placed down on the opposite side of this booth to where he is sat.
Take a chair.
So you have come here today to see the great Zafir. It is good to see you again, Namai. I thought that would be the last.
So did I. I'm still not convinced it's a good idea to be here.
It is okay. You know I am not affiliated with the Grin. They pay me for information. I don't pay them. I am simply here of my own accord because it is the nicest bar in all of Dalneln. And also the one that will stop me getting arrested the easiest. Now,
I'm
I
sorry
must
I had to
ask.
say goodbye.
I must ask of you, why exactly are you here?
Well, we're not exactly welcome in the city above at the moment.
I have heard fugitives from the law, from the Bannermaster himself. It's very interesting to hear such a development to what I had heard happened in Silgar.
I mean, if you know what happened in Silgar, then you know that it is very unlikely for us to be the people the Bannermaster makes us to be.
Oh, I am very aware of that, but are you quite sure that the Bannermaster is the person he appears to be?
At this point, we're fairly sure he's a dick.
Is not every chief of police sort of a dick?
Huh.
What is it exactly you are wanting to know, though? I know many things. The question is, what do you know that you can give me in exchange?
Are you still dealing in information?
Of course, I am an information broker. It is sort of in the title. The rest of your party are quite quiet. Why do they not speak?
Sure, it's your magnificent presence.
Yeah, sorry, sir. It's because I'm not used to being down here.
Oh, please, Tristan.
We're
I
about.
know you have more pizzazz than that. I've seen you about. Good disguise, by the way. Unfortunately, you were followed here.
Who's Tristan? My name's Ollie.
Ah, yes, Ollie. Olive oil, yes?
No, Oliver Dodger. I used to kick about around here, but then
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Of course, yes. Of course.
Well, that was a waste of time. Thank you.
I mean, the moustache was really nice.
I mean, I always have a
I must
moustache.
say, no, it is a fine disguise, and in any other situation, it would have worked. The thing you are missing here is I deal in information. It is my job to know who you are. And why you can change yourself and you can change your voice. You cannot change the fact that I know you.
Does anyone really know a person? Does anyone really know?
Yes, I know you very well. I know that you have 2 friends who currently live in the city. One of them is named Fia, the other name is named Finchley. Finchley currently runs Bergen's home. Fia is a baker.
Right, you can stop now.
We were abandoned here at 4
You can
years
stop
old.
now.
Okay, I will stop. But just to show that I know you. I've been looking up on you all since you came to the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I know much about you. I do.
Likes to drown people.
She does.
It was once.
Once is enough for some people. I must say, I haven't heard many people come back from being drowned.
See? Not that bad.
Just because he didn't manage to get through with it. Anyway, not the point.
Yes, I digress. Suffice to say, I know much about you all. However, that is information I have. It is information I have that you want. So please tell me exactly what it is that you are wanting from me. You know I do not like small talk.
How do we stop this shit show? What do you know about the ritual? What do you know about the Bannermaster?
I know that he keeps sneaking into the sewers.
That is new, right?
Yeah, we don't know that.
I know that he and the Magus snuck into the sewers 2 nights ago, around the time that you actually got arrested.
And the Magus.
Yes.
Okay.
Come to think of it, the Magus has been going down into the sewers a lot as well.
What? Do you know what's in the sewers?
Yes. We are in the sewers. Ruins are in the sewers. All sorts of things are in the sewers.
Wait. Ruins?
Yes. Dalneln, like all cities, is built upon the remains of the previous city. It just means that there are parts there where there may be rooms hidden behind walls where the sewer passages go. Sometimes we have excavated these rooms to make passageways through. Easier to get to places, you know.
It's just ruins are a bit of a theme with people we're coming up against lately.
Oh, no, not that kind of ruin. I don't think you could perform a ritual at an ancient baker's.
I mean...
There are many unscrupulous people who use the ruins as their hiding points.
We know the Bannermaster came here about a year and a half ago. Do you know where he was transferred from?
No, actually, I do not know that. And you would find that it is very hard to come up with information on Llewellyn. I take that silence as the fact that you weren't expecting to hear that.
We arrived in town, and ever since everything's been going down on the hill.
If it makes anything easier for you, things have been going down in town since before you arrived.
How so?
Well, the ritual that you thought you tried to stop, you're the one you were sent to, that was not the first one. That was the second one they had done. The first happened before you got here.
At the moon tower.
No, not at the moon tower, no. You see one at the cairn? They performed a similar one at another cairn.
We did stop that other ritual, though, didn't we? No. Did we?
Quick question. You knew about these rituals, so that means probably the Grin knew about these rituals.
No. We knew about them post-mortem.
Right, so what are you doing about them?
There's nothing that we can do about them.
Yeah, no, that's fucking bullshit. You're gonna sit on your hands, you're gonna twiddle your thumbs while this place goes to shit? Just gonna sit around, live in your sewers, drink your pond scum beer.
You see, Zephyr puts a hand up, and you hear the sound of 20 different crossbows being uncocked behind you.
I don't give a shit. Shoot me.
I have no plans to shoot you. If I wanted to, you would be shot already. Look. We are antique stealers. Well, I am not the Grin. Antique stealers. They don't deal in wanton murder. That's your purview. But besides that, we have tried to do what they can. You see that the sewers, where they have been conducting many of their goings-on through the city, that is our domain. But we have had trouble catching them. They are slippery. It is hard when you find people that are not from the city. They do not act in the ways that you would expect. We stopped a couple of their parties, but the sewer systems are vast, and there are not that many of us. As far as the rituals go. Sorry, Mamai.
If you know about the Kureons, what can you tell us about the crystals that are mined there?
Well, they were being mined in an old mine to the north. Ilvern used to run it until he was run out by the hobgoblins during Golvan's conflict.
I met them.
Oh, pleasant. I must assume. They were mining them from there. 4 crystals. In total, we saw them bring from there.
4.
We know where 3 of them are, but we do not know where the 4th one is.
Did
You've
we-
seen 2 of them. The
We've-
3rd one is at the ritual site you have not visited. The one that was done before you were here.
Where is that?
It is in a cairn to the south.
And you say that ritual was successful or unsuccessful?
It's functioned much as the way the other 2 rituals did, and I assume they were successful. It seems all 3 of the rituals are successful. What that means for this fair city, I do not know. But I am packing my bags just in case.
Can't even blame you. Guess the sewer is our next big option.
Of course, all of this information, it comes for a price.
Of course it does.
So
I'm
what is your price? What can you give me in return?
I'm not sure what type of information would be valuable to you.
I wish I could tell you what information was valuable to me. I do not know. What have you got? Give me the synopsis. Of course, you could always give me something else in return.
Do you know
I must say, I do not like debts.
what?
I do not like debts. You know this. I don't like indebting people. We do our business here
debt.
and now. And then we are done. No chains attached, no strings, nothing like that. I don't call you back in 6 months being like, I want something more from you. If you come back, you come back and we do
Have you
business.
ever heard of an ancient weapon called Galkrish?
I have not.
Well, there's an ancient weapon called Galkrish.
Oh, do you have it?
No.
Oh, well then that's not much information to me. Who does have it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That is why I'm asking.
Can I insight check to see just how interested he is in that information?
Sure. Make that insight check for me.
20, not natural.
Let us see. He does not seem that interested, unless it's something that he is actionable to him. Doesn't seem that interested.
Just from the side there, you hear a grinding sound. It's just Gun's teeth.
You should get a bite card for that.
It intensifies.
Hey, I'm not telling you about the dwarven thing, so shut up.
Galkrish is dwarven!
Yeah, well, but not the mine then, where it is. Never mind. Party talk. It was taken by a man called Akir.
Ah, yes, the cultist leader. You know, it did not always used to be like that. He had a house right here in Valence Corner.
We were told that he was originally from this area.
Yes.
Joseph Tolman.
Indeed, yes. Young Joseph.
When did he? Well,
Oh,
was he well known? You see, I mean,
no. He left about 4 years ago. His family tragically passed away.
how?
Some illness. Could not afford to get doctors for it. Sorry, could not afford to get the sort of doctors that could actually cure it. Some of the people in Valence Corner did what they could, but you know, sometimes you just do not have enough money for these things.
Do I still have one of the cult amulets?
Yeah.
I want to put it on the table and say, maybe that's of use to you.
What is it? I'm joking. I know what this is. This is an amulet of one of the cultists. It is opalite and made of some cheap gold alloy. There's not much worth to it.
Do you know what it means?
Well,
5 lines.
my guess is that the opalite represents the sun. It's similar to the crystals, how every single ritual they've done it has got a bit hotter, a bit drier. The lines represent the rays of the sun. The broken line at the bottom. I think that represents us. Kureon.
Well,
Because they shall do like it hot.
keep it if it's of use to you.
It is not. I'd rather you keep it. A keepsake from your adventures, you know. You wouldn't happen to have anything I would want? I don't just do information. I really do a little bit of antiques on the side.
The vases.
They're heirlooms.
Come now, I do not have all day, and you certainly do not if you want to go save it.
I have a question, if you don't mind.
Of course, young Master Ronan. I will not use your real name.
Is the town compromised from the top down?
As far as we are aware, no. The Marsh Lord does not seem to know what is going on.
Was she legitimately attacked?
Heh. Legitimately? No. But she was attacked. It was a facade. She's currently essentially under house arrest, though she thinks it's for her protection.
Do you have ways to get to speak with her?
Oh, no. Definitely not. She does not want anything to do with us. In fact, if she were to see me, she would take that fancy sword of hers and make me into two people.
Fair enough. So I wanted to know. Thank you.
It's not a problem. I already have information from you. I'll not take any more. Come now.
Yeah.
Be forthcoming with what you have. I know you have stuff. I know it's in that bag.
Just give him the fucking vases, Tristan.
Oh, you have vases.
We don't have
want
fucking
vases.
assload huge ancient elven vases that are just giving up room. These fuckers won't sell them.
Oh, how many of them do you have?
I don't know.
2.
You have 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, get one out. Let me see what it is like. Make a deception check.
Okay.
You have more than 2.
Yeah, I do, but I also rolled an 18 on the dice, so what was I doing? Deception.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be a 27.
You're disgusting.
I know, it's great.
26. Insight. So did you pull one out?
Yeah, I'll take one out.
All right. So as you take one out, you sit it on the table awkwardly because it's like a good few feet above the table. Oh, that is very nice. My petunos would look lovely in those. You have 2 of them, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I will take them both.
Do you know what they're worth?
Yes. The information I give you.
Good answer. I'll take the other one out.
Good. Goran, come, take these away from me. And you see stepping out of the shadows in somewhere that none of you noticed before, which is amazing because of their size. is a very pale-skinned individual with what look like tattoo markings across their body and these sharp angle-style markings. And they are wearing this heavy black leather armor. And on their back, they have what look to be daggers, but they're the size of Gunn's greatsword.
What did you call him?
Garon.
Garon.
And he takes the vases off the table, one in each hand, takes them off and disappears back into the shadow with them. Okay. That is our business done. Do you have any more questions? If not, you're free to go.
I have nothing.
I must insist, though, you have a drink before you go. It is obviously all free on the house.
I want a word with you. When are you leaving?
When am I leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I will not be leaving. This is where I live.
You were talking about packing up your bags a minute ago.
He's leaving when we fail. If we fail.
Ah, see, she is a smart one.
All right. When we get back, I want a word with you.
Okay. Or you can, the rest of your party can leave for now, or go get a drink and I can talk to you right now.
Fair? I just turn around and go. Go get a
Yeah, I'll
drink.
just walk away.
Yeah, same.
That was very rude. I'm going to shoot you for that.
Fair.
I'll walk away then.
Ronan.
That's my name.
Mm.
So,
So,
Dalneln.
you say you're a man that can get information.
Yes.
How
Are you
far is
wanting-
your
Are
reach?
you wanting to know about Kala's Kazuka?
It might be.
The new Fane is keeping things quiet over there.
Thought as much.
Very quiet. The one spy that tried to get in there, well, I did not know that a man could get that small, that flat.
How long ago was that?
Oh, a couple of weeks.
So why would the Dwarven consulate think that he has been there for 20 odd years?
Ah, I do not know that one. That is an interesting one. I'll have to look into that. I must say, I do enjoy learning new things.
So really that's all you've got?
It depends. What exactly it is you want to know? Do you want to know where he came from?
Yeah, that'd be a good start, actually, yeah.
Do you want to know where your family came from?
Yeah?
Do you want to know about your beloved Uncle Olaf?
At this point, you guys will just hear Gunn's chair fly across the fucking room.
I won't even look, but instead order a cocktail or something.
You see the chair is caught by one of the people sat at one of the tables. And they just add it to their table.
What do you know?
Well, I know that your family, your clan, is not originally from Kala's Kazuka.
What?
Oh, yes. Turns out there are two strands of your clan. The other, well, it's in the king's halls.
What?
Indeed. I must say that you're not related to the king, or at least not what I can find. But what is the name of the where the king sits? Dwarven. My dwarven is very is weak. Let me get the document.
Let me check my notes.
The dwarven for the king's gaff.
Yes, I remember now. It has come to me. It is Kala Zakaran, is it not?
I assume that's right.
Yes.
How could you even...
I went there, and there were people. Well, I did not go there. And one of my agents went there, and there are people from Clan Avalha currently in Akaran.
What about the Avalha from Kalraz Kazaga?
Oh, well, I do not know anything about them, as I said. Everything is shut up shop, including not knowing anything more about your great uncle Olaf.
Really? No one's got out?
No, it seems just you. And when I say shut up, I literally mean that the sea gates are closed.
It's sealed?
As far as I can tell, yes. I know that Dwarven keeps usually have that sort of two-tiered entry system, and the front ones, they are closed.
Fuck. All right. What do I owe you?
Oh, no, you do not know me anything. I have learned much from this conversation.
Insight check.
Sure.
Trust him. Hey, I rolled a natural one.
As far as you can tell, he seems very truthful.
All right. Well, thank you
Oh,
for...
it is not a problem. What's for the information? I am just doing my job. Information broker extraordinaire, Zafir FN.
Uh-huh. I just turn away, go to the bar, and order the strongest drink.
Have a good day now. You see Zafir relaxes back into his cushions.
I see like guns storm away, and I'll like nudge Tristan. I'll be like, "Well, that went well. Clearly, only one chair got thrown."
I know, about as well as we expected, but maybe even better. I don't know.
Like not even one punch either, or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a face of thunder, but other than that,
Yeah, maybe don't mention that when she gets here.
I wasn't planning on it. She doesn't need any more fuel to want to hit me.
There's about 20 paces, by the way, from the table to the bar. Gunn, you were probably there for most of that conversation just now.
Oh yeah, I give him a shitty look, but I don't say anything.
I'm pointedly not paying attention.
Also, I assume my face still hurts. That scar.
Yeah.
So I'm just in a really shitty, grumpy mood right now and thinking about a lot.
Well, I won't ask what that was about, but seems it wasn't quite what you wanted.
Bit of both.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't really like it in here. Not gonna lie. Terrible conversation.
Just leaving Tristan to just try and fill his empty air. Make it as awkward as possible.
I'm having a drink. Don't say anything.
Okay, so as you all have a very awkward drink. Meanwhile, Tilly, you wait for some time, and your party does not seem to arrive at Midreach Square.
How surprising. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for somewhere to like break in and stay for the night. For the sakes of you being involved in this game going forward, could it be maybe somewhere that overlooks a sewer entrance? That would be helpful.
So you try and find a nearby place, which looks empty, and it seems as in the area around Midreach Square, there isn't much empty right now. As a city based on trade, the trade district is quite booming. And so you keep going further into the city until you find yourselves in Valen's Corner, which is the first place you find somewhere which may in fact be a place that you can actually, one, get into, and two, there being nobody there. So I would like you to make a lockpick check for me, please.
Cool and good. That's what stat was that again? Was that Dex?
Yeah.
I'm proficient in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
Okay. So you find a place and you manage to pick the lock on it very quickly. It seems like the people that live here aren't very well off, and as such, they can't afford a very good lock. And so you pick it and you go inside. It's essentially a one-room. It's little more than a hovel. It's completely bare inside. No cabinets, no chairs, no tables or anything. It's just a rickety wooden floor, a broken window at the back where one of the top panes is cracked slightly and is letting in this thin draft of air. But it is quiet. It is empty.
Kind of wanted someone nicer than this. I'll bar the door at least,
Okay.
so I don't have anyone coming in and
Yeah.
disturbing me. And then, how late is it?
Pretty late, like 10 o'clock, and you've been up all day.
I have no reason to suspect we're going to lurk off down some sewers and do anything. I'm gonna make myself a bed and go to sleep.
Okay. So, as you go to sleep, and the rest of the party drinks, we're going to take a quick break there. And we'll be back shortly for more Kureon. So, catch you soon. everybody. All right, welcome back, everybody. Very professional here, guys. Very professional. We are the epitome of professionalism right here on this Twitch channel. So we are back, and let's get back into it, shall we? So the four of you that aren't Tilly, who is currently asleep, are underneath the bar's trousers.
Are you regretting naming that thing?
You want to try that one from a different angle?
That's what the bard said?
Oh my god. Doesn't make it better.
I'm so proud of that.
Flip that shit.
You are in one of the secret safe houses of the Grin. What would you like to do at this point? As you are having a drink really awkwardly in silence.
Well, Namari, do you know anywhere we can stay for the night?
No. We can ask.
Can't your Raven just see me asleep in some rando's house?
You magpie.
Your magpie. Yeah, the thing is, it's only 100 feet connection.
Ah, true.
So as soon as we left, I don't know where the magpie went, and the order was to stay with you. So the magpie is curled up with you.
Ah.
And you have a friend, but that doesn't really.
Very, very much
help.
not asleep, but curled up, eyes wide open, staring at you two.
Why do you always have to make those familiars creepy as fuck?
Because they're made of magic. Really low level magic. It's not like.
Say Salem was fun.
Sentience is a hard thing to craft.
No, I don't. I used to live just around the corner, but do I know what happened to the house my mum lived in? I lived in.
No.
No.
Is it abandoned and currently has a halfling and a magpie in it?
Don't know. I have
Maybe.
not set foot in there since. Well. But
Well,
sure, let's go there. Might as well. Just make me relive all my traumata.
Well, eventually you gotta stop running away from things.
Oh, shut up.
I am not looking up for my pint right now. My pint of whiskey that I ordered.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
Well, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are. I do not want to stay here any longer than I have to.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
There as it is.
I don't think I'm the one to follow right now because I'd happily sleep in an alley. So, makes a difference to me.
You'd happily sleep in the sewers.
Yeah.
Ronan?
Yeah, like I said, I'd happily sleep in the sewers.
No, what, never mind, not here. Not here. Let's go.
After you.
And I down the last of the fancy cocktail with the cherry.
So, Long Island iced tea?
And leave.
Long Island iced tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking my
Okay.
mug with me.
As you go to leave, the man at the dog goes,
I just give him a shitty look.
That's the good glasses. They will, they'll need that back.
I just down it.
thank you. Opens the door and lets you out. So, you make your way back upstairs, back through the front. And you see it's been a good half an hour. Same patrons are still there. Same mugs of drink. Same level. As you make your way outside back onto the busy streets of Valen's Corner.
I'm actually tipsy enough to just keep walking without telling them, and actually walk to the house.
Okay. So you walk for a short amount of time. Eventually, you come across a small one-story house, if you could call it that. It's ramshackle. It's more repairs than it is original structure at this point. The door is still there. However, it looks like the lock has been broken. And it looks as if there's no one inside. You never had a garden. You had some weeds out front. But the weeds are there, still growing.
Turn around to the group and say, there we go. My castle. For all of you, great friends. Stare at Gun. Bit too long.
Mm-mm. Not today.
Hmm.
Does it look like anyone's living inside?
From the outside, you can't see. The door does look like at some point since you left it has been broken into.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't see from the outside. Windows were not much of a luxury you could afford.
I open the door.
Okay. So you open the door and the smell immediately is both familiar and not. And unfortunately, neither of those are in a good way. As the last hints of the cheap but recognizable perfume that your mum used to wear is intertwined with that horrible scent of her illness and the fresher scent of dried pea hits you as you open the door. Your eyes adjusting to the darkness within, and you see that everything that looked remotely valuable appears to have been taken. Your mother's bed, your bed, or at the very least, the linens are from it. Everything has been taken out of the kitchen, all of the cupboards are open. The table and chairs are still there. But it's pretty empty in here.
I lean down to the door frame where she used to mark my height. Guess we can stay here. Or the sewers. Or maybe find, Tilly?
Yeah. Can you see Tilly at all? I mean, you sent the magpie with her, so.
I wouldn't know where the magpie atoll is, right? If
If they were further than 100 feet, you'd have to try looking through their eyes to see where they were.
Can I do that further than 100 feet?
No, but if you
that's...
try and nothing happens, they're further than 100 feet. If you try and something happens,
I will. I thought I would get a connection anyway if they're within 100 feet. Like
you have to attempt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like an open channel. It's
Yeah, I will attempt.
And you do get a response. As you look through their eyes, you see Tilly asleep, looking strangely peaceful.
I think I go at her. I have the magpie flutter up, look around out of wherever they are to see where they are and maybe recognize the area.
They look out of a window and you see your house.
Huh.
You look out the front door and you see from across the road, sat there in a windowsill, is a magpie
I snap out and say,
with a silver ring in its mouth.
I look around for the magpie with the silver ring.
And as you look out the door, you see it's there in the windowsill. Looks back at you. Tilts its head to the side.
You must be proud of the ones you chose.
Tilts its head to the other side. And the second magpie, your magpie, sits next to it. You remind you of an old nursery rhyme. One for sorrow, two for joy.
Let that be a prophecy. And I walk to the other house where Tilly is.
As you open the door and you look to the windowsill, the first magpie is not there anymore, and it is just your magpie.
I distinctly remember barring the door.
The door does not open.
Namari, what are you doing?
Tilly's in there.
Right, so let's go get her.
I try and open the door. I mean, I didn't open the door. I just walked out of my house.
Okay.
So I try the door now. It's Tilly. Everything's on lockdown.
Well, what was Tilly doing? Maybe we can get her attention.
I'm assuming the magpie got out of a broken window or half barred up thing. It's tiny, and I have the magpie go back in.
No, the magpie was on the other side of a window.
Mhm. Oh, okay. I thought it had. Okay.
Yeah, so you're on the outside here. The magpie's on the inside, on the windowsill, looking out at you.
I have the magpie pick Tilly in the forehead.
Ow!
Till you wake up to.
And it flutters back to the window where we are.
You look up and you see Namari at the window.
I go open the door.
Thanks.
What the hell have you four been up to?
Went to the Grin, got some info, lost some info. We need to go to the sewers
What now?
at some point.
Soon? Or like, is this important?
It's kind of where the Banner Master and the Magus went.
Oh, that does sound important.
Hmm.
Well, are we doing it in the morning or now?
How are we for rest, generally?
Would require one.
Earlier today, about half of you almost died.
Yeah.
Well, let's bunk down here then.
Okay, well, make sure you rebar the door. This doesn't belong to me. In case that wasn't obvious.
Would I know who used to live opposite my house?
No, actually, that house has been abandoned for some time.
Don't think anyone's in here.
I guess it does belong to me then.
That's how ownership of things works, yes.
Yep, it is.
Nope.
Well, make yourselves at home.
Thanks, you're a gracious host.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question: why has this been abandoned for decades?
Oh,
Don't ask me.
I just moved in.
Well, I love what you've done with the place.
It's a bit
But
of
no,
a fixer-upper.
any ghost stories or anything?
I was gonna say, is this place just mega fucking haunted?
You know, I'm new to the area. I don't know it super well.
It's got good schools though.
Well, I wouldn't know about those.
Good links with local transport.
Is this Aberdeen?
Anyway,
No,
That
I
nearly
don't
killed
understand
Stu.
people.
Okay. So you just resting for the evening?
Yeah, I'll just find a corner in Tilly's house and just lay in it.
Right, let's go into the notes now. Tilly is a homeowner.
Do own property in Dalneln. Move it up in the world.
Just it with one of your daggers right on the wall. This is Tilly was here.
Oh,
All this house
this isn't
belongs to-
Shawshank. This isn't Shawshank. Come on.
Legally binding now. She's marked it.
So, as you all bed down for the night, you find yourselves going to sleep. During the night, Namari, you're pecked awake by a magpie
Yeah.
with a silver ring in its mouth.
What do you want?
And the magpie looks at the door, which is unbarred, looks back, hops over to the door.
Wasn't this? We locked this down when we. I want to look around if there's anyone that entered the place. The party's still sleeping.
Yeah, I would have been sleeping like next to the door though, like propped up with my arms crossed.
You see that Gun is almost as if she's been moved perfectly in a straight line, is now next to the door. And the door bar is next to her.
Uh-huh. Does it look like the magpie want me to leave the place?
What do you think?
You could just talk to me one of these days. And I go outside.
You see the magpie hops across the street, up the 2 steps to your front door. Your old front door.
Why? What are you? I follow.
It pecks on the door.
I open it.
And you open it and walk inside. The door closes behind you. Oh my sweet little protege. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? And as you turn around, you see that the magpie is no longer there. Instead, a tall, almost 8 foot tall, slender woman, very hawkish features and long black hair with a white streak down the center of it, wearing immaculate finery of beautiful regal blues, crested in what appears to be full gold, spun into strands and encrusted with pure diamonds. And on their finger is a silver ring, which you're very familiar with. But they tap almost habitually.
Have I ever seen the magpie before like that?
No, they've always appeared to you as a magpie or a small child.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for? So this is where it all happened. Wanders over to where your mother's bed used to be. Clicks her fingers and you see the shimmering spectre of the bed appears once more, and you see a figure in it, weak and frail, of your mother. She reaches out and sort of cups your mother's head. Mortality. So frail, so fleeting. Brings me sadness to see every single light eventually go out.
I know you were expecting more.
Oh, no. My little child. I do not expect anything from you. Have I not been rather hands off in my approach.
You've given me so much.
Oh no, I have given you very little. And I will continue to give you very little. How you use it? Well, we will find out in time. And when it comes to it, I'll come for my ring back. Until then, I'll see what you can do. After all, one for sorrow. Two for joy. Three for a girl, and four for a boy. But five for gold. Oh, I'm going to enjoy watching you grow old. But for now, it's time for you to sleep. You have a big couple of days, the next few days. There's a festival coming up. Oh, how I love festivals. Especially ones at summer. It's so dry, so hot. Nobody minds a couple of houses burning down in summer. It's the weather, they say. It's so hilarious. As the magpie walks towards you, you cup your chin. Shh. My little child. And as the silence falls over your house once again, you wake up back in Tilly's house. The door is barred and Gun lays up against it, snoring loudly. And one thing sticks out in your mind. Five for silver, not for gold.
I look at my silver ring.
It's still there.
And I just try and go back to sleep.
And you do. Very quickly, in fact. Almost supernaturally so. And as the morning comes round again, you're awoken by the sunlight streaming through the curtainless windows of Tilly's house, and by the heat, the unbearable heat of the morning. What would you like to do?
I just get up and ready as soon as possible, knowing that I assume we're heading straight out.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded like we had a busy day. I do actually want to figure out if I can lock this house.
I mean, you picked the lock, not broke it, so...
So I can relock it.
Yeah, if you had the key.
I don't need the key.
You can lockpick it back into place.
Yeah.
De-lockpick it.
I can replace that lock later. We have more important things.
Hey, but you did make your first step on the property ladder, so that is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. This time next year I'll have a manor.
Sometime I wish to have a magnificent mansion as well. Anyway,
Well, maybe they'll give us all one after we sort this out.
you never know. You never know. But I feel like there is something that needs to be discussed. Things have escalated. And as we kind of said yesterday, thank you for stopping me from going to see Thea, although I will have to do it. Sorry, Tilly, you weren't there, but I'll fill you in, don't worry. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of secrets going around, and we're not just risking our lives. I know people here, so by extension, it's their lives being risked as well. I want to have a bit more confidence in the fact that I know who I'm fighting with, who I'm traveling with. Namari, I know whatever's happening lately has obviously been weighing very heavily on your mind, but a little bit of honesty and just a little bit of something so that I know I can trust you. That you're not just going to run away again. And Ronan, if that is your real name.
I thought it was Rowan.
Yeah, you also think I'm the mirror.
That's a question. That's a discussion for another time. But again, I'm not asking for your entire life story, just something.
Sure. Okay. So what I just want to know what my actual name is. Do you want to know
A little bit about why maybe you're not
Sure.
using your real name?
Yeah. I
If
grew
you'd
up.
rather not tell the real name, plausible deniability for the rest of us, but
No, it's literally. It is nothing as exciting as that at all. I grew up in a small town. My family knew of some older elves that came through, and eventually one stuck around and became a friend of the family. Helped to name my grandparents and my parents, and they asked him to help name me some sort of ritual, I suppose. And they gave me a name that was inspired, but not elvish, but enough that it was sort of a bit. It was something I didn't want to travel with, so I changed it to something simple so that I wouldn't get asked questions.
okay.
Simple as that. Just took running.
Can I insight check that, please?
Sure.
It's nothing against you. That's a 19 with that's 23.
Running your line.
There's more to the story, but what's been told is true.
Okay, I won't press any further. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, things have been getting to me a bit lately, especially last night.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If I'd even thought it was a thing, I would have just told you.
Yeah, no worries.
It's been so long since I've been called anything else anyway, so I sort of forget sometimes myself.
Fair enough.
You know my story.
That's true.
What else do you want?
A bit of faith that you're not going to run away again.
I never did run away.
I disappeared. Semantics.
I knew we would end up there eventually. I thought it would be better if it was just me. Last time I was involved with them, they got my mother killed. If I show up again, wanting things, asking for things, can't trust the Duke that she was telling the truth. What if anything would happen there? Get you killed as well? the only people who are trying to stop whatever's happening, seem to know whatever's happening. I didn't even make it there. But fine, apparently that's...
I don't mean to come across as like picking on you or anything, but I just, for the reasons you said, that you felt that dealing with them was what got your mother, as we know, and the fact that he knew not just my name, but like people I grew up with, just from knowing a little bit about your story, that just made the worry a bit more intense. So you seem to know more.
Why I'm not wanting to be here?
And understanding it now gives me a bit more, I don't know. There's just more to it now.
The worst thing is I still can't stop thinking, what if she was telling the truth?
I understand. Well,
doesn't matter now. What else? I mean, might as well. What do you want to know? My shoe size?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Favorite childhood toy?
No,
Can't tell you about my father. I have no idea. No.
Well, we can agree on that one. I'm in the same boat. However, if you asked a question about my mother, I'd give you the same answer. So, bit of give and take. I'm an orphan. I grew up right round the corner. Not so great circumstances. I might present myself in such a way, but yeah. Things happened. No parents. Wander around for a bit. I've not got any dangerous secrets following me, but yeah, I didn't have the best time of it either. At least you got some time with one. I didn't.
Yeah.
And seeing you go into that house, it was a bit bittersweet for me. Because, yeah, obviously there was terrible memories, but there were also a lot of good memories you're just not able to remember right now because you're not laying yourself.
I will leave that house because I'm this close to punching him in the face right now.
Do it! Do it!
And I'm not gone. I'm running away.
All right.
Oh,
so you run off.
I walk off.
Okay, you walk off.
I walk
away.
off. Yeah.
I think Tilly's been kind of awkwardly making herself scarce by the doorway, like not wanting to be like a proper part of this big conversation. Because lest she saw, both of her parents are fine, and everything that went wrong in her life is her fault.
That you know of.
That I know of. That's all I can judge. So she's been kind of waiting.
The house where you felt your mum die. Oh well, at least you had one. It's like, Jesus Christ.
The suffering Olympics. So
yeah.
It's the Four Yorkshiremen sketch.
Are we going there?
as the Mari leaves, what are the rest of you doing?
Hey, I guess we're leaving.
Yeah.
Yep.
This conversation went probably better than I actually expected. I was expecting to be punched.
You asked the wrong person.
I'd move a little bit further away from Gun.
CV, you muted.
You muted, bud. Susie.
God damn it. So you asked the wrong person about getting punched. Meanwhile, Susie's slightly offended that I wasn't asked about my secrets, but that's okay.
I was about to. And it was going to be like, oh, so that conversation you had last night about throwing a chair across the room.
The mum is gone.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If you'd asked me, it just would have been comic relief.
Oh, well, I feel like we should ask now.
All right, moving on. What are you guys doing?
I'm outside the door waiting for everyone to leave so I can lock it behind us.
I'm going to go to wherever I know the next sewer entrance is.
Okay,
That is slightly hidden.
okay.
I'm packed up and ready to go.
All right.
Same.
Yep, we've been ready.
All right.
I'm also in the same disguise as I was yesterday.
Good to know. So, you make your way out onto the street, and you see Namari is walking down the street to a small bridge which goes over a drain channel, which has been put into the floor here. And she's stood over that drain channel.
Looks like we're going in the sewers.
I thought we knew that.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice relief anyway from this heat.
Hopefully, but the smell might not be
I
pleasant
feel
due
like
to
it's
the heat.
not going to be a relief of any kind down there.
Oh.
It'll be grand.
Oh, for you, maybe. Anyway,
You can bear it, that'll be fine.
I will relock the door, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you spin it back around,
Remembering-
tumblers back into place.
Sorry, remembering the magpie's words, is this wait, because you said very warm, very hot summer morning.
Yes.
I'm assuming it is unnaturally so.
Unnaturally so, yes.
Yeah.
For this time of year, at least.
And what's the festival again they're preparing for?
The Sky Half Festival. It marks midsummer. It marks the midpoint of the year. And it is a yearly lunar eclipse.
And
Or
when?
solar eclipse. 3 days from now.
3 days from now.
Yeah.
An eclipse that might have some relevance to certain rituals potentially going on.
Are the sewers hard to open up? Is that?
No, the drain channel actually goes straight down into the sewers.
Yeah.
It slants deeper and deeper until there's a second bridge, but that bridge over the other side of it doesn't continue on. It goes down from that into the sewers.
Also, the eclipse, did you say it was a solar or a lunar?
It's the one that happens it's the solar eclipse, where the moon goes in front of the sun. Is that a solar eclipse? Yeah. Thank you. Endor goes in front of Pelor. That one.
It's like, yo, Dad, what up?
Yeah.
Cool.
That one.
Well, I guess we're going down into these fun sewers.
Okay.
There's always a sewer level.
So you're making your way up to this small bridge where Namari is stood.
I'm gonna try. Before as we're going, I'm gonna try and hang back, make it look like I'm fixing my bag and stuff, and then try and grab Tristan by the shoulder, but not grab it so I don't want to mess up his clothes or in his cape or anything. But just to let him know to keep back just for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and wait to see if everyone else gives a good 15-20 feet. I'll tell him, look, I know that probably didn't go great when the Mari storming off and such, but you don't have to worry about, at the very least, me disappearing. I'll stick by your side, guaranteed. And if it makes you feel any better, you can call me Rafirian if that makes you feel better.
Thank you. It does genuinely mean a lot. And I'll keep that in mind. Just as a note, what was that name again?
Rafirion, Rifirion.
Cool. Cheers. Well, Rafirion, let's get moving.
Yep. Off to another smelly place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Well, I won't notice, so it's fine.
Oh, I will. I can already see myself covered in something or other.
I mean, I can make...
Oh, you're chatting. I'm just going ahead into the bloody sewers.
Okay.
I can make-
Yeah. I'm not too far
Yeah, at
behind.
this point, we're just wandering and yapping.
Yeah.
Catching up.
Okay. As you step down off the bridge, and start making your way down the drain channel. Already you can smell emanating from the sewer entrance here. You can smell that warm scent of decay, of excrement, of sewage. As this draining channel you're in now is actually flowing sewage openly through Valen's corner, and it goes down, and you hear like a waterfall of this sewage going down into this sewer.
Yeah, I pull like a scarf out of my bag and tie it around like the bottom half of my face. It's kind of like a bandana, and prestidigitate a much better smell onto it.
Okay. So as you all step down, hold up, Tilly, do you wear shoes?
Of course, if I can do.
Look, most halflings don't.
Ronan doesn't.
Ronan doesn't. Okay.
Ronan doesn't care.
Do you not remember we having a full fucking goof thing about me getting terrible boots that looked like they were made for a child?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Ronan looks like he's wearing shoes, but that's just because it's just like all of the collected
Okay,
ground.
Let's not go into that.
Yeah.
Let's leave that out of that. So as you all step down into this Fontaine de Pie, are you just going to head towards it?
I want to have a look around as slightly as I can, see if anyone's watching what we're doing, or if everyone is still as focused and busy as they were the day before.
Everyone seems very busy, though. There are quite a few people that now are just seem almost collapsed by the sides, like in front of their houses, and chairs just absolutely boiling. Everyone seems to be clambering, walking from shade to shade, and most people aren't wearing the sorts of clothes that you should wear in this sort of heat. The people don't have access to those sort of clothes, so it's trousers rolled up, shirt sleeves rolled up, dresses are hiked up, or some of them have actually just cut the bottom off the dress to make the dress shorter, what have you. And people are either focused or very, very worn out by the heat. Even though it's only early morning at this point, it is hot. To give an average temperature, you're talking maybe like 38.
Warm out.
I did not move to Scotland to have to deal with that shit again.
And it's currently about 7 to 8 a.m.
Oh,
that's
God.
That's as warm as it was whenever I was in Greece once. 38 degrees at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's the temperature they start closing pools at, because you'll have chemical burns.
I think being out of the sun and in the sewers is actually a very, very smart idea.
As we're going in, I just tell everyone, just breathe as deeply as you can and as often as you can.
So, as you make your way to the entrance of the sewer, you see here it is like an archway where this river of excrement flows into it and down into the sewer. And you can see on the other end, on the inside wall, there is a ladder that goes down with this waterfall, essentially this sewage fall flowing over the top of this ladder going down into this.
Do I cast fly?
It's warm sewage. Oh.
Do I cast fly? I could cast fly.
You can't tell, but under the bandana, there's a bit of a
No, if they're not taking my advice, that's their problem. I'm breathing in really deep because eventually your senses deaden to these smells. And if these guys keep trying to get, stop smelling and give their senses a little bit of a break, it's going to come back horrendous.
Okay.
I'm going to be walking around with dead dead smell sense.
Okay.
I mean, yours is dead a long time ago. It's just dead, buried, and decomposed.
What are you currently doing?
We've got to go in, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I go in as well, and I want to send the magpie ahead. If it sees anything dangerous, it's to come back to report to me.
Okay. So, Gun, you go first. And you step around and grab hold of the ladder that goes down, and immediately just all over your head and your shoulders and everything. And as you begin to make your way down, the smell gets worse and worse. And it gets warmer and warmer. And as you touch down on the bottom, you can feel, even through your thick leather boots, you can feel the warmth of this sewage that is currently around your feet right now. And the entire air here has a mist to it, like a tropical rainforest of sewage. And it's very thick, very humid and clammy, and it sticks to your face and skin.
For a moment, I get a dagger out, and then I get my hair, and I almost contemplate cutting off my namesake, because this is horrible. It's all up in my plait, and I am so upset. But I just keep, look around, see if there's anything down here in this shit fest.
Okay. The rest of you making your way down?
Mm-hmm.
How far down is this?
It's a good, 30 feet drop.
Go on.
Oh no. Yeah?
If I don't want to go through this stuff, can you catch me?
I can try.
Good enough.
I'm covered in it, though.
That's still probably less.
Okay.
I'm gonna not throw myself off, but kind of as lightly as I can jump down.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check. Good.
Yeah.
Really acrobatic.
Make a dex check.
Just straight up dex.
Straight up dex.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Well, the
Okay.
acrobatics was 27 from me. So.
Okay, so Tilly, you jump off the side and you land in Gun's arms, and Gun, you clasp Tilly close to stop the, Tilly from slipping out of your grip. Close, and Tilly, your face squishes into something on Gun's shoulder.
Fucking worst. Do it.
I shout down
Very
after,
quickly
like,
get
how deep is it?
How deep is it?
How deep in shit are we?
How deep is the?
Yeah.
Like what Gun's standing in right now?
It's about a foot.
I'm 4'10", Stuart.
I'm 3 foot. I'm staying on your shoulders.
No, that's fuck it. I'll go down.
Okay.
I was gonna jump down, but
I can't catch. I mean, I could try and catch all of you. Just end up with a totem pole of adventurers.
no, I'll just climb down the ladder.
Mm.
Here we are in Stuart's magical kingdom.
This is a world of mystery and gods and kings
And shit.
Did we
Huzzah.
enter the piss forest?
I'm very glad it was not me, the one that was drinking just there.
Welcome to the Chutney Channel. All right.
You keep
So,
this up, it's gonna be the fucking Chunder channel.
We have fun.
So-
Fun with body fluids. Might as well
Tristan.
add that.
Zamari,
Yeah, I'm just heading down. I'm not bothered.
and it all
I am a bit bothered, but
splashes on your hat and rains off in like this weird umbrella down your sides. Every now and again, you hear something impacts on the hat and sort of flops it down to the side for a moment.
when I'm out of that, I clean myself up.
I just gesture towards you,
Well, I have to be closer to you to do it. I've only just got you. And then I progressively start sorting everyone else out as well.
Doing the prestidigitate hose down. We're used to it by now.
All right. And Amari, do you just climb down?
Oh, I said I was already
Oh.
sort of.
Well, you
Right,
you climb down, and as you climb down, your hair it all gets very, very wet and sticks to
Yeah,
your face.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't get rid of the memory of it, but I can't get rid of it.
So you're all down here in the sewers, and you find yourself now in a small basin. 4 paths run off from here. The one behind you that is the ladder is next to is actually collapsed in. But there are 3 paths leading off here in the 4 cardinal directions.
Hmm.
Can I
Well-
suggest the Grin told you which direction they go in?
No, but it'd have to be somewhere where, the Bannermaster and the Mage would be regularly seen above ground.
Didn't they tell us that they were seen going underground shortly before we were arrested? Might be near there.
After where you were arrested.
After?
Oh.
Wait, the Bannermaster went under after we were arrested? Did the Bannermaster not come along on the wagon?
No, he did not. Remember, he closed the door on you and left you.
Oh, okay.
Well, if this is another ritual site and the city is built on top of the city, then anywhere where there's temples, perhaps? Anywhere where the big important buildings used to be?
I mean, maybe they use the sewers to get like in and out of the city. Maybe.
Yeah, what direction from here is the trading company?
The trading company is very close.
Right.
It's slightly south from here, but not far at all. Like maybe like 500 feet, maybe at most.
The Bannermaster can go anywhere in the sea, I would assume. If he uses the sewers to get to places, it wouldn't be places they could normally go, right? That makes sense?
Yeah, but I'm thinking that near the trading company might be one of the exits. So there might be something that
There might be some sign of them being there as well.
I almost said I could put my nose to the ground and find them, and then I just want to die having thought of it.
And they took you out to the square to put you in that carriage. I don't know that it being near where we were arrested means anything.
No, it's just that was one of their hideouts. So if they're moving in stealth, maybe they're going from hideout to hideout under the city.
Why would they need
Fair
to move?
point.
I mean, seem to be.
Because maybe not all of them have the same stature as the Bannermaster. They can't just parade around. There might be some among the group that are known criminals.
And if they're going places of ill repute, the Bannermaster doesn't want to be seen walking in there as a patron.
How many rituals have we had?
3.
3.
We saw 2, but there was a third.
We saw 2. There were 3 in total. Didn't Sophia say something about 4 stones?
There's a 4th crystal.
There's a 4th crystal. So somewhere central in the city, perhaps.
What sort of direction did they say the other ritual was being performed in?
The first ritual is actually marked on your map.
Yeah, we have the map.
Right, so that was the other one that was marked. Right, I'm just trying to figure it out in terms of the map.
Yeah. So south, northwest, and then the Moonlit Tower is northeast.
They make a triangle, so center of the city is not a bad call.
That's what I was
Where-
trying to figure out.
Where will the festival have the highest concentration of people?
Midreach Square, the center of the city.
There we go.
There we go.
Sounds like we know which way we're going.
Hey, we
does one of
find
these-
things out at once.
Does one of these tunnels look like it would lead central?
Stu, are you proud of us?
Yeah, I'm very proud. One actually does lead east. The one directly in front of you leads east.
I point off down that one from Gun's shoulders. That one I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Mush.
Right now you can see slightly. However, those of you that do not have dark vision, there is no light for.
Drift globe.
Okay, so Tilly lights up the drift globe, and you can see the interior of the sewer here, and you can.
I
see
did not want to see that. Why? Oh my god, I
There's-
preferred grey.
chunks of something, of
No.
unidentified matter, just stuck to the walls. The ancient bricks seeping with what is at this point one of the strongest concentrations of water in the city.
Yay.
It's pretty shit in here, isn't it?
I am kind of parched because it's so hot, but nope.
It's also down here. You're probably, to give you players a reference, you're probably talking closer to about 45 degrees and 100% humidity of sewage.
This is the worst, most evil thing you've ever done in any D&D game I've been in with you.
I miss the
Perfect,
pizza
okay.
days. Remember the pizza leg in the first session of
Yeah.
thing? Mm.
I'll learn a few things about Stuart.
I have Crohn's disease. Doesn't make me flinch at all. Are you going down the eastern path?
Yes.
Then where we
I've
are.
made it it's a goal now for Tristan to
This-
learn modify
this-
memory. So it's
This just turned into
It's a
something.
4th level spell.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought
Okay.
it was 6.
Yeah, I thought it was way higher than that.
I thought my phone memory was 4th. But anyway, you can figure that out later. For now, you begin heading down the eastern path. And it's not long before a small walkway appears on both sides of the sewer channel here. And you can see that most of you would have to push yourself up to climb onto it, but there is enough space in the curve for you all to walk upright on this channel the size of the sewer here. And the sewers here are round. They are completely rounded sewers.
So if we stand on the sides, we can stand upright. Or
Yes.
if we stand in the middle, we to stand upright.
You can stand at the sides and stand upright. It's quite a big dome. Not dome, cylinder.
I just get up off of Gun's shoulders, which provides a nice height
Nice
to get onto
ledge.
this from.
Is
Okay.
it cleaner?
It is cleaner. There's no running sewage on it.
Hey, I'm on there like in a flash.
There's the occasional stalagmite of God knows what,
I just.
but that's visible. At least you can dodge it.
The magpie's flying like 70, 80 feet ahead of us, like I said, so I can still within range, but
Yes. Okay.
What?
Don't worry. So.
What?
It's not you. I promise. Don't worry.
what
Make
happened?
your way forward.
Just look at chat a second.
Oh,
I feel
for
like
fuck's
this is
sake.
worth it. Kirsty, you shall be honoured forever by coming up with stalagmite. I'm sorry, continue.
I don't have chat open, so
But how
thank
do
you
you know
for
it's
saying
coming?
it
It's
out
going
loud.
up or down?
How does it get on the ceiling?
It's humid down here. So, you continue walking down now, avoiding the various places. And I would like whoever is leading to make a survival check. Who's leading? Actually, tell you what, let's just have a marching order here, please.
I don't know that I'd be particularly concerned whether I'm in the sewer or sewage or not anymore.
You're just doing the breaststroke.
Oh, come on.
I'll be going at the front
It was,
because
it was only a
magpie
50
because I wanted to get away from Tristan.
I'll be about 5 foot behind Amari.
Up second to back is good for me.
Okay.
I should probably be in front of Gun because I did get on the walkway first.
Alright. So Namari, Tilly, Gun, Tristan, Ronan, swimming.
Okay. All right. So that means Namari, make a survival check for me, please.
Natural 20.
All right. So
You've been here before.
I've seen that one before. All right. You make your way down the tunnel and you're looking around, and as you come to another one of these crossroads, this one isn't quite a basin, but is more of just a cross point where two parts of the sewage meet. And you see this entire sewer area is full of these cross points. Every time a major intersection is above you, there's one below as well. And you look around and you can see that one area has a walkway and the others do not. So you begin making your way onto that walkway and continue following it around until up ahead you see outside of the drift globe's range, but you can see it thanks to your dark vision up ahead on the right hand side. The flickers of torchlight emanate from a hole in the wall.
I briefly stop everyone and look, steady myself on not the wall, but on Tilly maybe. If she's
Steady
okay with
yourself
it.
on me.
So just the shoulder, and go blind, go magpie real quick to see if where the
Okay.
torchlight starts, there's anything possibly dangerous or any people.
Yeah. So as you go in there, you see it turns the corner, does the magpie, and perches on a small rock outcropping. And you look inside, there are what look to be 7 partially dressed Duskward. But they aren't wearing most of their armors. Their weapons are on a rack at the back of the room. And you see that some of them have great tattoos of the cult symbol on them. Others have the burn marks similar to what you saw on Akia's chest. Others just look very scarred, very battle worn. Some of them are wearing the amulets, but all in all, they're wearing Duskward armor, but these don't seem to be Duskward.
They are alive. They're not sort of.
Yes, they're alive. They are currently 4 of them are sat around a table playing what looks to be a card game. The other 3 are doing various things. One of them's just sat on their bed, appears to be looking at something and grinning at this like long scroll they've got in their hands. And 2 others are having a conversation that seems quite heated in a language you don't understand.
Do they all look like regular abled guardsmen, or is anyone wearing a focus, a spells?
Nothing that you can see in regards to that. Yeah, these look like there's 7 sets of weapons on the wall, 7 lots of Duskward armor.
I have the magpie stay there, snap out of it, and 7 people ahead. Remember how they said there were new people in the guard, people being replaced? Cultists.
I dim the light.
Okay.
Some of the cultists there are Duskward.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah. What? Do you see anything else in the room? Like, was it anything special with the guard and something, or?
There was a door at the other end of the room.
Is that at the end of the sewers, or is that like past?
So the sewer continues on.
Mm-hmm.
On the side, you saw this hole in the wall that's been broken through, and in the interior, and that interior looked very similar to the underside of the bard's trousers. And it is in the old ruin.
I pass that on. Looks like a staff room of sorts. I think the ruins. This is where they're starting. And there's a door going onwards as well.
There's a door on the other end, yeah. The door looks newer.
Yeah. I might have to get through them.
Well, let's bust down there then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
Wait, so you were saying that they're, what, just sort of lounging about?
We're playing cards, one's reading something. Weapons are on the wall, we might get a drop on them.
If we can maybe not target them straight away, maybe target the weapons first. Stop them from being able to arm themselves.
I'll deal with them. You get the weapons.
Does anyone have any ideas on how to get the weapons away from them? While we're rushing in?
We could throw them in the sewage?
That's a fair point. How far away were the weapons from
the weapons are at the back of the room.
Right.
And Namara, you'd know that the room was about 40 foot long in total.
Mm-hmm.
And the weapons were at the back, and the bunks and the table sort of in the center, kind of. And then the bunks are down the sides. And there's 7 people here. There's 10 bunks. 3 of them are unoccupied.
I pass all of that on.
Well, maybe they just had extra bunks, or maybe there are 3 more.
You don't have any chance for them to not get to the weapons.
Can you do any magical shit? Put up a wall or anything?
I can try and stun them before getting in. There's a chance that it might not work on all of them, but I could maybe sort of incapacitate them for anywhere up to 1 minute.
Maybe we could lure 1 or 2 of them out first?
They'd have to be fairly bunched up as well for my thing to work.
We need to make sure they don't get through the door and warn whoever's behind.
So maybe I can hit the table, and if the others are anywhere near, that'd be great. But
wait, can't someone here do invisible shit? make people invisible?
Not anymore.
I can make myself invisible.
I was just thinking if
Invisibility works for others as well. I think it's touch. It's not just self.
Yeah, it's choose
Yeah.
a target.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, yeah, I can.
then we make Gun invisible, let Gun get in towards the door. Then they can't get past the door because no one's getting past Gun.
That is fair.
That was a plan. I was thinking that works, or Tristan can hit the table with his hypnotic pattern, and I can sprint for the door. But if I'm invisible, that might help.
I can also have the magpie try and mimic the sound of something. Crying.
The only problem with that is if that draws them out to look, they're probably going to grab a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has to be shock.
7 though, they will get to the weapons. A couple of them anyway.
Look, the things we've been through, I don't think a few guards with weapons is maybe the biggest concern.
Nah.
So, shall I try and hypnotize them, or are we doing the invisible gun run?
Either works for me. I don't know which you would prefer.
First gun run, see if you can get through invisibly.
Yeah?
Then,
Have
if
you
that
got it in
doesn't,
you to do both, Tristan? Can you do both?
yeah, I can do both.
Alright, we'll try the invisible first. If that doesn't work, blast him with the...
Oh wait, no.
No, it's concentration both, right?
Yeah, they are both concentration.
But
If
it doesn't work, it doesn't
work.
work.
Then there's no point in holding on to it anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that then. Right then, you want to disappear?
Yeah.
I pat her on the shoulder and say good luck, and turn you
Thank you.
invisible.
So you see now as Gun, you fade out. And it's really weird because you can't see your hands or your body or anything about you. All of your gear has disappeared. Although you can look down and you can see now there are two sort of holes in the sewage where it doesn't touch.
Ooh, I'm a spooky ghost.
Woo.
Ooh.
And yeah, from there I'll just have hypnotic pattern prepared if things don't go to plan.
Okay.
Just ready to just blast it out.
All right. So are you making your way up alongside Gun close to the entrance?
Yeah, I'm going to sneak up closer to the entrance
Okay.
and then listen out.
Yeah. So the two of you make stealth checks. Gun, you're invisible, so you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. What's my stealth modifier? I can't see that.
17 from me.
19 from me.
Okay. So, Gun, Tristan, you make your way up close. And Gun, you step inside. Stopping a moment to dry your feet off. And you walk inside.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the room now, and you see these 7 people around here. Most of them are barely dressed. Maybe you see the ones sat around the table have their like folds and greaves on, but no breastplate, no arm cards or anything like that. The weapons are 7 spears and 7 what look to be short swords at the back of the room. They're in a weapon rack above the floor. It's like a wall weapon rack.
Right. I'm gonna position myself kind of in front of the door, but a bit forward as well. So if any of them go for the weapons rack, I can just go either side and.
Okay, you can see now that the figures in here are sort of clustered in a central strip of the room that is only probably about 20 feet in total between all of them.
Oh shit. Okay.
I wish I had an area of effect spell.
I'm gonna just shimmy my way through, really wishing that I was a higher level so I could do my nice sweepy attack that I get at a higher level.
So you make your way around and through.
Uh-huh.
You get to the other end and you're now looking at the door and the weapon rack.
We never set up a signal.
I mean, once the screaming starts, I guess we're readying shit.
I pop my rage and do a battle cry.
Okay.
That's the
So-
signal.
Eldritch Blast ready to go around the corner and shoot at things because I know where they were.
You guys are further back. Tristan and Gunn were the ones that snuck up. That's where the stealth checks happened. So Tristan, all of you, but Tristan especially, you hear this battle cry out of Gunn, who's still invisible because that's not an attack. So the guards immediately around you, Gunn, just bolt upright, looking around, really confused as to what's going on.
Yeah, can I pop my head around the corner just a little bit to make sure I have line of sight to figure out what's just happened?
You see they're all scrambling to their feet and beginning to move towards where the weapons are.
I've got my sword ready. The first one that gets close enough, I'm chopping their arm off.
As soon as I see a visible gun, it's...
Okay, so Gunn, make an attack roll.
I'm raging.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to do it reckless as well.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good job because I rolled a 1 on one of them. But that's 25 to hit.
Okay, roll your damage.
Don't you get advantage anyway from invisible?
You do, yes.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
But only on the first attack, and you have 2 attacks. So.
12 on my first.
Okay, so your first one just cleaves the arm straight off this one, and as you turn visible, Tristan.
Yeah, hypnotic pattern.
Okay, that hits all of them. Apart from the one that's now dead from massive shock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Six fails.
Nice.
Highest roll was a 12.
In that case, I just sort of signal to everyone else to follow and enter the room.
So as you begin playing this harmonious melody on your violin, all of them just sort of begin to slow their motions, coming to a halt as they sort of stand there very dazed, looking, their eyes dilate and go very wild and open. And they just sort of sway in time with this now non-existent music.
Okay, so this lasts for a minute, just so we're all aware with what we've got to play with.
Should we knock him out?
Or execution style. Just try not to...
we don't need to do that.
They're not innocents, they're cult members. They know what they're here for.
Okay.
Plus, if they're not out, they might be able to...
Wait. Did
No,
Stu say they didn't look like Dustgrave people, they're just wearing their armor?
No, they had their
They have-
tattoos.
Oh, they
and
have tattoos.
They have-
Sorry.
They have Dusk Ward armor on,
Dusk Ward, but they're Dustgrave. Sorry.
but they have Dusk Grave.
Yeah.
Dust. I know. My bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking waste
I'm
them.
Eldritch blasting them.
Okay.
I'm decapitating left and right. Pop up.
It's easy enough. These guys have 7 HP, so you just very quickly chopping through them and blasting through them.
As it's happening, I'm like, try not to hit the armor. We could use... Oh, okay.
I'm exploding
tuck away
heads.
from these psychopaths.
Yeah, so it's like a scene from A Clockwork Orange. As you just murder 6 defenseless people.
Yeah.
So,
Stop trying to make him out to be innocent.
Oh, but DM is the paladin. Sorry.
I'm the fucking paladin now.
as
It was
you
so perfect.
get rid of everyone in this room very quickly, you can see it properly now, all of you. You can see it's this 10 bunks, table in the middle, the half-finished card game.
I check who had the winning hand.
I was just about to say that, I'd be like, oh, this guy didn't have shit.
It was the one whose hand Gun chopped off.
He did not have the winning.
I was about to make a joke. Damn it.
I just kind of fucking watch them all with concern as they crack jokes.
It's how you deal with trauma.
I want to look through the whole thing for any clues as to what they were doing, any orders,
Okay, yeah.
and anything valuable while I'm at
One
it.
was reading a scroll.
One was
Yeah.
reading a scroll, you're right.
That was the point.
Okay, so you're looking at the scroll.
Yes.
As you pick it up and turn it over, it's got a bit of blood on it. But as you turn it over, it has a painting on it of a lady with no clothes on and a very large bosom.
I turn it to the group. No, that's just unrealistic. They don't point that high. That's just
Was it a tiefling, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Comically large. A bit a bit tasteless.
I'll keep it.
It just looks painful.
Yeah.
I'll keep it.
Of course you do.
If they had a virtue name, it would be back problems.
Tiefling porn scroll.
And as you're examining this and looking through the room, you can't find any orders or anything as such. It seems like this is just a mess. But as you're looking through, the wooden door at the other end opens, and you see, coming from what looks to be a small kitchen, the last 3 guards come through, and one of them goes, "Horatio, there's..."
I immediately swing round with my incredibly bloody sword and just point it, and I say, "You stay right there."
And he just drops the bowl, and there's the stew goes across the floor.
Come on out, all 3 of you.
Shuffle out in a line.
Now, what are you doing here?
Don't say anything.
Okay.
I kick him in the shin.
I.
He goes, "Ugh."
Are they all 3 outside now? Or just the one?
All 3 of them are there,
All
and
3.
they're sort of up against the wall.
Can I peek through the door? What's on the other side?
Yeah, I want to.
It's another small room that's got like a cooking pot in it, and there's like a small basket that is open. You can see there's some foodstuffs in there, and there's another door beyond it. This one is a stone door.
Do one of you two want to take up post in there just to Tilly, maybe? Just to keep an eye on that door.
Yeah, I'll go watch this door. So I don't have to fucking see what they do to these 3.
Okay.
Think of the rabbits, Tilly.
Make a perception check.
I rolled a 3, so I don't think my bonus is good enough to get... Oh, 9? Don't think that's going to get me anywhere.
Okay. It's not hard to hear. As you get close to the door, on the other side of it, you hear whimpering. And occasionally a... "Ah!"
I want to use my ghostly gaze to look through the stone door.
Okay. How far does that allow you to look through?
30 foot,
Okay.
30 feet.
What do you see with it? I don't know what this ability is.
It's basically I see everything. No, I see ghostly outlines of whatever's happening behind walls.
Okay.
And it's like dark vision, so yeah, even when it's the dark room, I see what's there.
Okay. Well, inside there are 2 figures. One of them is pacing around the other one, and the one that's not pacing appears to be on some sort of chair.
How heavy is this?
My bad. There's 3 figures in there.
3 figures.
Yeah.
Do they seem to have noticed that something's going on behind the stone door?
They don't seem to.
I mean, the guys in the kitchen didn't notice.
Yeah.
So.
Is that the whimpering coming from the guy on the chair, most likely? Are they just pacing?
Draw your own conclusion.
I whisper to Tilly as to what I'm seeing. Someone tortured?
Maybe. I can't see through doors.
Well, I would have, like I said, I whisper to you what you're seeing, and then I give you my guess.
Okay, but I don't... What do you want me to do with that info?
That was me doing the whole thing where, you know, one player learns something from the DM and then actually gives it to another player in character. That's just happened.
Tilly has a very low intelligence score.
Tilly is very dumb.
The DM to a player giving you information.
Tilly is not dumb.
So
Tilly is street smart, okay?
the rest of you, what are you doing with these 3 cultists?
I would like to ask them in what world they thought stew was an appropriate food beside the sewers.
One of them just goes, "It's not that hot."
Oh, that was not the problem. That wasn't the question. Never mind. No,
I wasn't worried. We weren't worried about you burning your tongue on the stew.
no further questions.
So how long have you guys been here then? Oh, come on.
Longer than your mother lasted.
Hmm.
So glad they didn't say that to me.
Tristan, can I borrow you for just a second?
Yeah, please.
While they're
thing
doing
is,
this,
I-
Oh, sorry, Stevie.
No, I just got out of the sewers. I need you to, clean me up for just a second. I don't want to be just.
Yeah.
And I'm going to focus his attention away from them, so his back is turning. Gun is there, so he just because I feel like he poked a nerve there after the conversation this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I just get all of Tristan's attention.
Yeah, I'll accept it. Yeah, I'll go along with it. You are now a clean boy.
While these two do this, I pull up a stool in front of them. I rip off a bit of fabric from one of their dead friends and I just start cleaning the blood off my sword very slowly, methodically in front of them. There's a couple of ways this can go, boys.
Does this door have a handle on it?
It does.
I'm going to start pulling at that, looking at the mirror, like approval. Like, is this?
Let's wait for the others.
We have already started.
Okay, so you guys begin
this
to
is
hear the
parallel.
sound of, as you're cleaning the sword, you begin to hear the sound of a stone door being opened in the other room beyond.
Tristan, can you go check that?
Yeah, sure. Turn around and, try and figure out what's going on.
Okay, you see me opening a door.
Yeah, it's opening very slowly. It's very thick and heavy.
And I ready an Eldritch Blast to shoot at the two guys behind as soon as the door is open, because
Wait, it's not open all the way. I'm doing it slowly.
It's this door is a foot thick of stone. Tilly is 3 foot tall. This is opening very slowly,
How far away is this door from me?
like 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, Gun?
I put my hand on ice and say, Ronan, if you don't mind. I'd like you to aim your crossbow at one of them.
Yeah, sure.
One of them just goes, "Just kill us already."
While that's happening and the door's kind of opening, minor illusion, like just a warning symbol of like just something that's like no bad stop in front of Tilly onto the door.
I let the door like slide close again. It's like you can say, Tristan. It's a thick door.
I did say like wait for the
Not to shout.
I'm not shouting.
I was just basically waiting to
Here,
see if
right?
we were rushing to that next place. If so, I'd have killed these three really quickly, but...
I'm not muted, right? I did
No.
say let's wait for the others.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you said it as
Tilly was doing
Tilly
it.
was
Okay.
already at the door pulling at it, so
Okay.
Probably struggling to do so from the sounds of the door.
Yeah. You only got it open like an inch, but you heard the grinding.
What were the other two? I can still the ghostly gaze lasts for a wee while. What is?
The other three, one of them just sort of glances over for a second, and when the door stops, they go back to whatever they were doing, and you see one of them leans over the chair for a moment, and you hear a
Torture.
Okay, guys. I turn back to the three, and what do they look like? These three are they pretty much the generic goon like we just killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very similar to the other three.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do any of them look, I don't know, any less intent on? I'd rather not die today. Thank you very much.
No. In fact, the look on their faces is very much impatience. They seem very sick of being alive at this juncture.
Okay. In that case, I will go up to them and I know. Sorry, this is taking so long. It'll be over soon. Don't worry.
One of them reaches for your sword.
No, I'm not getting too close.
No, I know. One of them moves forward and reaches for your sword.
I'll hit him as soon as he moves.
Make a dexterity check for me, Tristan.
Okay. That's going to be 24.
Okay. So as he goes to reach forward, you put your hand over the sword quick enough to stop, and as they grasp at your hand, they look up to you.
And I cast Charm Person.
Okay.
So it's a save. But I think if he's trying to be aggressive against me, he gets advantage. I think.
That's a natural 20, unfortunately.
Ah. Damn it. Oh well.
Look, fellas, you all know you're not leaving here alive. Now, the manner in which that you die is entirely upon you.
Oh, shut up. Just kill us.
No, I am going to.
Leg. Bolt in the leg.
He flinches slightly, starts pulling the bolt out of his leg. Nah.
See, here's the thing. I control how quickly you die.
Here's the thing. The way you're talking, we're not so different.
No, not really.
He just takes the bolt in his hand and starts pushing it into his chest. Twisting. And just slumps over.
Just watch him go. All right, you two. How many of you down here?
Silence.
I chop a hand off.
Barely flinches.
Just keep going up that arm. Just sections.
Like chopping a carrot.
Yeah.
By the time you get to about the mid-upper arm, they die of shock.
Yeah, Gon, that's super gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's disappointing is what it is.
No, he killed himself. He impaled himself with my own bolt. That was not disappointing. That was something else. But they're not going to tell you shit. He died of shock before he said anything.
Yeah, and I just turn around to like running as I'm speaking, and just turn around and just whack down the other guy, just down the middle.
So you murder the last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was about to say, can I come back and say, so how are we doing with the interro? Never mind.
Useless.
Quite well.
Mm.
Okay.
What's going on in there?
There is a guy being tortured. More artistically is two people.
It would have been
One
better,
guy in
but
a chair.
these lot was shit.
This wasn't torture, it was euthanasia.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't care. So
I tried.
They literally asked for it.
I look at the pieces of arm and like, yeah, you did.
I just turned around and go, did I not give him options?
They were only interested in just dying, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Should we figure out this guy who's been tortured? Might be
Yeah, do you want me
a more
to
pressing matter.
wrench the door open? We ready?
Maybe stand a stone door. Yeah.
So in the time that this has been happening, since you learned someone's been tortured in there, about 3 minutes have passed. And Gun, you go up and begin opening the door.
Mm-hmm.
And as you open it, it opens very slowly, and after a while you hear it's good of you to join us. Horatio, come. I need the larger knife.
As the doors open, I try to, even though I haven't had a full minute of their voice, attempt to like playfully mimic their voice and go, yeah, so grub's up.
Make a deception check.
Oh, I was going to go, will this one do? And then with my sword, bah! That's fine.
How does a natural 20 sound?
Sounds good. They go, we didn't ask for food. Come inside.
Well, the stew's ready. I'll get the knife. Just hold on a sec. Not paying attention to the probable hierarchy difference.
So the door completely opens now.
Eldritch Blast readied.
And as you look inside, you see your mum.
What?
And Great Uncle Olaf
What?
stood over a chair upon which you see Tomarion McCraw. who is bloodied all over. Cuts are down an open torso and has been cut all across. He's covered in blood. His eyes are blackened. One of his eyes has been removed. And you see next to him there is a large trough filled with a metallic red liquid. And next to it are a bunch of empty vials, and you can immediately think that that's potion of healing in that trough. And as your mum and great uncle Olaf both go, "Oh, hello." You're probably wondering why we're here. It's exquisite, isn't it?
My hands, I was like in a fighting position, just drop.
Eldritch Blast fizzles out.
You know, to kill someone is one thing, but that's the end. Oh no. When you make it last, as long as you can, twisting it out, making every last nick. Oh, it's exquisite.
Which one's saying this?
Currently, it's Namari's mum.
Firing bolts at Namara's mum.
Yeah, because they don't know what they look like.
Yep,
What's
no.
really unfortunate is I don't know who these people are, and now they're psychos. So
That's fair.
I mean, if you didn't do it, I was about to throw a vicious mockery at him either way. So.
yeah, I'm gonna put 1, 2.
Okay.
If roll, yeah.
You don't need to roll a hit.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, it is
So-
plus 10.
Both of the bolts into each of them. They go, oh, that's good.
Okay, I mean that's not something my mother would ever say. Can I do
Yeah,
anything to
yeah.
realize that this is some bullshittery right there?
Right?
Yeah.
You see, were you expecting someone different? You see as their form shifts and shimmers, and you see the Bannermaster and Tilmerian stood there, flanking Tilmerian. Does this serve you better? I'd hoped to maybe eke out a little more pain from you in the form of your mother.
I'm casting Mind Spike on that fucker.
Okay, it doesn't actually do anything.
I've launched myself at the one that was Uncle Olaf, and I'm like, not even weapons, I'm like fists.
Okay, and they just let them hit you. Let you hit them, and you should just slam into them. They're just almost cries of ecstasy from this pain you're inflicting upon them. And the other one that you're not currently hitting just sort of is just smiling and watching this. Oh, this is exquisite. Our job is done, so this is a perfect ending.
Yeah, vicious mockery.
How
Okay,
does Mind
I
Spike
don't
work?
mean to kink shame, but damn.
Mind Spike doesn't work because they can't be affected by anything which targets the mind.
What about
Okay.
vicious mockery?
Again, doesn't work.
Damn it.
Was there any other entrances or exits into this kitchen?
No, it's just this one entrance. They're not in the. They're in the behind the kitchen, obviously, but no, it was one entrance.
Do either of them look like they're fighting back?
No, they're not fighting. They're letting you beat 10 bells out of them. And
Okay.
they seem to be enjoying it. A lot.
Well, can I run in and
Yeah.
get between them and Tilmerian? Like put my body between.
One of them stood on each side of this torture chair that Tilmerian is sitting in. Tilmerian is almost passed out at this point.
Yeah, the one that Gunn is beating the shit out of, I'm gonna ignore that because no, I don't want to deal with that. I want to get to the other side then and put myself between there. And you give Tilmerian a wee quick little bam, cure wounds.
Okay.
This whole time I'm screaming like, why are you were you wearing his face? What have you done with him? Ah, boom, 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 boom.
Okay. And very soon after, they're laughing maniacally and just seem to be just enjoying the fact that you're beating them up. There's no hint of madness to it. There's nothing about this which says I'm insane, because this isn't what insane people do. This is their natural state, is them enjoying this. And very soon, they're not enjoying it anymore as they have died.
Oh yeah, I was committed to turning him to paste.
What are the others doing?
I'm
I
sat on a
am
worktop in the
baffled.
kitchen. I'm not fucking involved in this.
Okay.
There's 2 people in this room. I figure they've got it handled.
Yeah, I'm kind of just in the doorway, just like, the fuck?
I mean, after the mind spike not working, I probably would have cast Eldritch Blast, but not
Okay.
in a mad rage like gun. Just thinking
Yeah.
after a while, why are they not fighting back?
And as you see, as they take each of these blows from you, they continue this just sheer hedonism at the entire thing, and very quickly.
I wouldn't like non-lethal. This is
Non-lethal.
no.
So,
This is
okay.
not. This is not battering them down. It's like after one Eldritch Blast or one with
Yeah.
2 blasts. Just what's happening here.
They just seem to enjoy it, and they're like, such a shame that there's nothing you can do to stop it anymore.
Stop what?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, if we can't stop it, you may as well.
True.
I don't know, but where's the excitement in spoiling the surprise?
The excitement is in you
surprised
having
right
spoiled the surprise.
Knowing there's a surprise circumvents the surprise.
Oh no, it doesn't, because you know there's a surprise, and you know something's going to happen, but you don't know when, you don't know how and what.
Well, I'm guessing in 3 days during the eclipse.
Oh, aren't you clever?
See,
And
no
probably
surprise.
in the middle of the square as well.
Just looks over at the dead over figure and goes, "Oh, my sister.
What?
How many years we had a wonderful journey together." And you see as the image is beginning to fade from this one, leaving behind this blue-skinned figure with long, elongated arms and legs.
What are you?
It shifts and looks exactly like you. I am you.
No, you're not. I'm not an idiot.
And just points to each of you in turn, turning each of you into each of you. Going, I am you, and you, and you.
Now, do they turn themselves into my current disguise or the normal
They're
me?
mimicking what you look like, correct?
Okay.
This is initially Namari's mother, this one. Because
Yeah, but
the other
you don't
one
know that.
got-
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, but I'm just trying to, because
Mhm.
the other one just got
Yeah.
beat down, and this one's standing here. Once it turns into me,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, okay, you want the joy, where's the fun, and I'll give you fun again. And it's Elven Tower time. I'm just gonna start chopping
Okay.
as much as I
So
can.
you just cut them down, and they just let out one last scream of happiness as they fall to the ground.
Yeah, I just keep butchering it until someone stops me.
Ronan. Ronan.
Yeah,
It's dead. It's dead. You can stop.
I go over to the chair.
Okay. And Tomarian is there, and they are very, very weak, barely conscious. You see they are missing an eye. It looks like it's been cut out. Lost a lot of blood. And it looks like they were being tortured using healing potions.
he did get 6 points from my cure wounds.
Okay. Yep.
Do you recognize us? More pointing to the rest of them, because wouldn't recognize me.
You don't get much of a response.
Yeah.
He's in that state of lucidness where he's awake, but he's not fully conscient right now. And he sort of looks, and just gently shakes his head.
You said there were vials there,
Yeah, they're all empty, apart from 2 of them.
but I can scoop up healing potion liquid.
Yeah.
I want to try and feed him the healing potion liquid.
What
And
if
he
it's
just turns away. He's like, trying to get away from the healing potion.
we don't know what exactly it is. It could be some perverted potion.
I'll give it a smell and I'll take a drink of it.
You heal 2d4 plus 2.
No, it's just healing potion.
It's more of the fact that they keep bringing him to the brink of death and bringing him back with that stuff. I'd refuse it.
Listen, man, we have to get out of here. I'm going to take you out of here, but we can't take you out of here with all these wounds open into the sewers. You're going to end up horrendously ill. You have to take some of it for us to get you out of here. Just enough to get you out of here. Come on.
You don't get much of a response from him, but make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And what are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
We take some of
Kinda
the healing
just-
potions.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if she will willingly take this potion.
That's 19 total, 14 plus 5.
You see, he looks up at you, and you can see his eye, his remaining eye is very fearful. But he looks at you for a moment and looks you directly in the eyes, and just goes, nods.
Yeah, if he gets a healing potion in them, I'm going to hit him with a cure wounds at the same time.
Okay.
While Renan's doing that, I want to be. Were these guys wearing anything?
No, they were wearing clothing, but as the form shimmered and faded, the clothing went with it.
Is there anything else in here that I can have a look through? Have they got like tables or anything?
Make an investigation check for me, please.
I want to fill up some vials for healing potions.
Natural 20,
0.
boy!
Okay. There's enough for about 5.
I'll take them. And we can hand it out.
Tomarian heals an amount. It doesn't matter the amount.
Yeah, just I want to see if there's any like closing of wounds.
The wounds do seem to cauterize up and close, as much as you've seen magical healing do before.
Mm-hmm.
It closes things up, but it has to be fairly recent, and some of these aren't. But it's enough that you probably won't get infected.
Okay, perfect.
So, Gun, as you look around the room, you find that there is around the corner that you couldn't see as you came in. There was a long table, like an opulent dining table, covered in dinnerware that is all golden plates, golden goblets, golden knives, golden forks, and there's all manner of food on it, like dinner for's table. And some of it is half eaten, but it is all this very opulent food, expensive wines, grapes, rare meats. It's just very hedonistic food. It seems like these two were very hedonistic individuals. And yeah.
I summon Tristan over, open the bag, and I just start chucking food on the floor and putting all the golden dinnerware in there.
Yeah. What else you see in here is in the corner there is a chest. It is locked. There's a lock on it. But as you look around the room, you feel at the back walls, and you're feeling around all of the walls, and your hand goes through one of them. And as you do, you go, what? And realize there's an illusion there, and it fades for you, not for anyone else, but it fades for you. And in the chamber beyond, you can see now, it is a small chamber, maybe 10 foot aside. And the wall here looks like it's just been knocked out and replaced with an illusion. And the inside of it is carved up. There are like claw marks all over the inside here, long drags. Some of the parts of the rock look like they've been almost evaporated in these claw marks. It's not drag. Some of it's not like carved. Other parts of it look like it's just evaporated. And carved into the wall at the back is a name. It says, Tile Tout. And you notice that these are 5-fingered claws.
Yep. I again to Tristan, I'm like, hey, follow me a second.
Okay.
And then I show him the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. You think that's Galgrish? Huh?
I mean, that would be the educated guess. Oh, I'm not telling Tully. You found it.
She already doesn't like me. Because I'm a bit killy. I'm a bit
Right, okay, maybe I will tell her
fast
then.
and loose with the sword.
Okay, maybe I will tell her. But to go with this, how beat up, Stu, are the heads of these creatures?
Oh, one of them is gone.
I'd say both of them are gone.
Right, so not just like detached, but like unrecognizable at this point.
Yeah, although they were barely recognizable as shapes anyway. Both of them, what you see is one of them died when was killed by Ronan, their faces are featureless apart from their eyes, and it's just sort of it was just sort of mass of blue skin. There's no real recognizable facial features.
Well, what I was asking for basically was when we say, hey, weird shapeshifty creatures, here's what they look like when they die, was going to be my thing. But if the heads are kind of mush now, that's irrelevant.
Yeah. I mean, one of them is less mush, more like sliced up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll take it as go on. Can we take that one as proof? I mean, I know it's a bit unrecognizable, but just in case we need to display something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay.
Oh God, I'll tell Tilly.
So, what are you doing with the rest of the stuff in this room?
Hey Tilly, there's a chest over here. We can't quite get into it. Do you want to give it a go?
I guess. I'll jump on now from the kitchen counter and walk over to this chest, trying to avert my gaze from the mess they've made.
Yeah. Okay. You want to...
Go to
What do you
this
want to do?
chest.
Pardon?
I'll go to this chest that I was
Okay.
just told about.
So it's a large, like, footlocker style chest, and it has a heavy lock on the front. It looks kind of old and battered, but the lock itself is very heavy, very complex.
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
That's a natural one, which I can reroll with lucky. Thanks. And then that is going to be a 15.
Okay. So you twist the gears and open the lock.
And I will open the chest, I guess, and kind of stand to the side a little bit so everyone else can see whatever's in it.
Okay. And as you open the chest, it was of course trapped, and a gas bursts out from it. I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool and good. Thanks.
I was stood near Tilly while this was happening.
It's like a into Tilly's face
Oh, right,
as she opens it.
At least it wasn't a mimic.
21.
Okay, so you, on seeing this happen, you immediately go, as this reddish, almost like flesh-colored gas bursts out, and you only manage to catch a small mouthful of it as opposed to the entire thing. So you take 6 points of slashing damage as this small breath of gas cuts the inside of your gullet. This lacerating gas.
Was that an attack? Can I?
No.
Kind of dodge.
My lungs uncannily dodge.
Yeah, I think I just kind of stand to the side of the chest and like bend over coughing, like, Tristan, motherfuck.
And a bit of blood comes out.
That wasn't me. I'm sorry. But I can tell you something that would make you feel like this is a good thing compared to.
Check these things before you try and make me open them.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll check the rest. You just try and catch your breath. By the way,
Wander over to this trough of healing potion, I guess.
It's mostly empty at this point.
I don't need much.
Okay, just scoop a little mouthful and heal yourself up 6 points.
That's like saying, Tristan, oh, your dog got run over, but if it makes you feel any better, trophy hunting is alive and well in Africa. It's awful.
I never said I was good at dealing with emotions.
All right, carry on.
What's
I
in
mean,
the
it is a
chest?
theme.
So in the inside of the chest, there is one item. It is a longsword. It has no hilt. And, sorry, no crossguard. There is a hilt. There's no crossguard, but it is long. It looks like a standard longsword, but with no crossguard. And etched onto the blade is the image of a key, like acid etched onto it is the image of a key. And as you touch the blade, it is magical.
Ooh.
Didn't we get another fancy sword recently?
Yeah, we got
But
it
yeah,
in the
as
tower.
soon as I heard about the guy reading the porno scroll, I was like, oh, damn. Read a scroll, and we had a sword. Ah, well. We'll just add it to the pile. Yeah, this I'll pull it out. This was the only thing that was in there. But, I mean, it was valuable enough to get trapped, and it's magic, but I'm not entirely sure what.
Can I, while everyone's looking, and if the time is there, do the 10-minute ritual for detect magic?
Okay. So,
What?
Check through the room.
Yeah.
If we missed anything.
okay, so you're casting that.
It's a bit long for me to use, and I know Gun likes her weapons, the two-handed variety, so...
I mean, I can use longswords. So, and I did kind of break a sword with that weird, like, gelatinous thing. But yeah,
Sounds like you have a new sword. Did we learn anything useful from this? And I just go gesture towards.
Yeah, Tilly. I'll just like gesture entirely to the alive Talmarian.
and now we
Yeah.
have proof that it's not so much the actual people who are messing around and people pretending to be them. So
And-
maybe the people they're pretending to be are still potential allies.
And this is the actual Talmarian. The one we've never met and who knows nothing about us.
That is
Yes.
still alive. And
Who
our
is-
only thing that we were arrested for was the murder of Talmarian.
And he's supposedly quite a powerful caster. So there's that.
There's one thing though, isn't there, Tristan? Left still.
Yeah, Tilly, have you caught your breath?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
fine.
cool. Do you want to come over here for a minute? There's like a really weird bit in the wall.
About to say really cool, right?
Just kind
No,
of like moodily over.
don't worry. This isn't gonna hurt.
Really?
Yet.
Yeah, just did you put your hand through this for a sec?
I look at the wall, and it's a wall.
I put my hand through it.
I thought that the illusion had only faded for gun.
Yeah, Gun took Tristan through it.
Ah, okay.
I should Tristan it.
And as Tristan's hand goes through it, you go, "It's an illusion," and as you realize that, it fades. And you see
Okay.
beyond this chamber just scored across with all of these marks, and to you, very familiar marks, and your name on the back wall.
What the hell?
And that's where we'll end tonight's session. So, thank you very much for joining us. You guys are more evil than my villains.
How do you know?
Yeah, by the way, Tilly is fucking concerned about a lot of you.
Gun, what's your alignment?
Hang on. It is neutral good.
We're going to have some words about that before next session. Because that G's definitely changing after what you've been up to these past few weeks.
Hey man.
But for now,
I think I'm fucking shifted at this point.
dearie, dearie, dear. We have to have words about all of you with your alignments. Mostly bad.
Hey, I didn't do nothing that was really that bad.
It's for the greater good.
Always been chaotic
Oh,
neutral.
all right then.
I
Okay.
do remember some moments ago you took a sword out and completely fucking destroyed a person.
I destroyed someone who was going to use our image to incriminate us further. I was protecting everyone. I am a
they weren't
protector.
getting out of
Therefore, I'm
that room
good.
Yeah, you were
alive.
protecting our copyright.
All right. Before this
You're
goes
Disney,
any,
that's still evil.
before this goes any further into a human rights debate, thank you very much for joining us for what turned into something I could not control. And we will see you guys next week. But if you do want to catch up on what led up to this torturing session, murder session,
Successful retrieval of an ally. If you want to catch up on what led to the successful retrieval of an ally,
you can look in the chat now, and it will be on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks very much for watching. And
Stay tuned for more adventures from the recon team, who are very good
We
at
will
pulling off rescues.
see you
Very
guys.
good at living up to their name.
Hey,
Next-
SEAL Team 6 kill people and they're heroes.
Enjoy like 10-minute
No loose ends.
No
Me
loose
staring
ends.
at the
No
camera.
loose ends.
Let's just cut the feed. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.